Hello and welcome. Today I have a super long 3.5 hour cleaning, decluttering, and organizing marathon for you. This video is jam-packed with cleaning, decluttering, and organizing. I have compiled a lot of my recent videos into one giant video so that you can put me on your TV, your tablet, or your phone and just clean along with me uninterrupted. It is the perfect way to keep the motivation going. Thank you so much again for clicking on today's video. I hope you enjoy this giant 3.5 hour cleaning motivation.
Brand new start. I know I got some trouble getting over you. I think that I've played my part. I need to get away somewhere far from you. I'ma buy plane ticket. Run away by myself for a minute. I don't have any limits. Ooh. I'm looking for a place where I can feel alive, where I can let you go and just be for a while. I got you on my mind all the time. No,
Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we have some major deep cleaning to do. This is the second part of my spring cleaning series, and I am doing my kitchen and my living room. And holy cow, I was not expecting some of this to look like this. I don't know why, because it's been forever since I've cleaned some of these areas, but wow, it was pretty bad. And that's okay. That's what spring cleaning is for. This is areas of my house that I do not get to all the time, and maybe once or twice a year, and it definitely shows for sure. But that's what spring cleaning is all about. We're just cleaning some areas that are never usually touched. So if this is what you were looking for today, I hope you stick around and enjoy the video. If you do, I hope you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. But we are starting out in my kitchen today because I had so many dishes that need to be put away. I did have to hand wash some dishes, but I did do that off camera because I wanted to clean behind my stove. I will be real with you right now, and I'm going to tell you that I have not cleaned behind my stove since we moved in, and that was about 6 years ago. Because I've always been so afraid to pull it out from behind. Like, I don't know why I've been afraid to pull it out from the wall, but I have. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it definitely wasn't great. I'm just going to be honest. So we are getting to that today, but first we are going to fill the dishwasher and get some of these dishes out of the way because I wanted a cleaner space so that I had room to move some things around. So we're just going to start with that. This is one of my like snowball techniques where I start cleaning somewhere and it kind of keeps the momentum going, but it definitely had to happen also. So it was a necessity today. But yes, we are going to tackle behind the stove, and it was much needed for sure.
Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, let me love, let me love you. I got this boy on my mind that I can't live without. Oh, his eyes are killing me. And he keeps talking about everything that he likes, and I can't stop listening. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time, all the time. And my heart's beating fast when he's looking like that. Oh, his smile is killing me. It's the way that he moves and the way that he laughs, so I can't get enough. Think about him all the time. I can get him off my mind. Oh, I want him to be mine, to be mine. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah.
Something that I wanted to bring up with you guys, especially those who watch all the time, I have been thinking about changing my channel name. Now, I'm not changing the content that I'm making, but I'm thinking about changing my channel name to kind of grow with me a little bit. I feel like it might be easier for some people to find me if I change my name to something a little bit easier. So, you'll have to let me know. I'm thinking about just using maybe my first and middle name or something like that. I have a few ideas, but let me know in the comments. Do you think that that is a good idea? You'll have to let me know. I'm definitely thinking about doing it. I think it would make the channel a little bit easier for people to find. So yeah, it's just something I have been thinking about doing for a while, and I might make that change. We'll see. It, like I said, the content will not change. The content will be the same. It'll still be cleaning, decluttering, organizing, and all that kind of stuff. But just thinking about doing that. So you'll have to let me know. But I am just cleaning down the stove so that when I move it, it's not gross on the top. I try to do this before I cook every day. I'm just a messy cook. I don't know how else to explain it. I cook every single day, and I always make a mess. So this is always going to be messy, but I do try to wipe it off before I cook. So I'm not just cooking on top of a dirty surface because that would be kind of gross. But I am going to get those little like sleeves that go between the stove and the countertop. After doing this project, I think that is 100% necessary. I would love to redo our kitchen. I know I talked about this before on on my channel, but it it's very outdated. It was built in the 90s. This is the same kitchen. I was struggling a little bit because I've never done this. It was very tight in there. But we just do not have the funds to redo our kitchen. And I don't know if we ever will, to the amount that I'd love to redo it. I'd love to like take out a wall and all this stuff, but I might just kind of, yeah, I was disgusted. I might just kind of revamp it in little ways. Maybe get new countertops. The cabinets aren't bad, but the countertops are very wobbly. They're just old and they didn't attach them correctly. Oh, yeah, here, this is the aftermath of 6 years of things falling between there. There was a part of a toy under here, a plastic fork, just a lot of dog hair, which I expected. But now I know that I can do this. I will be doing this more often. Trust me, this will be in my spring cleaning rotation every year now. But I'm just spraying it down with a degreaser here, letting it sit for a little bit, and then it wiped off super easy, but just a little gross, that's all. But as I was saying, maybe I want to do like a peel and stick backsplash, just something very budget friendly, that'll kind of like spruce it up a little bit. But I just don't think we have the funds to actually remodel our kitchen. Maybe one day, who knows? But for now, just stuff I'm thinking about, but definitely need to invest in those the catchers for like all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that fall down in between. That would be very helpful. I'm just taking a butter knife and a paper towel here to try to get in that crease because it was kind of hard. There was some stuff in there. So, but yeah, I'm just trying to my best to get both sides because I did not pull out the thing the whole way out the first time I did this. So I did later pull it out further. You will see that, but it was, yeah, this part was bad. It was bad, but it could have been a lot worse, I will say, because it's 6 years. I mean, that's a lot of dog hair, but it could have been a lot worse. So this looks so much better. I feel so much better about it. There was a lot of grease and nasty stuff, but finally we are done and it feels so great. So now I'm just trying to put the stove back in, and I didn't realize that the tile was kind of uneven. So it took me forever. So I edited that part out, and I'm thinking, this is where I'm like, I got to get those things in between the countertops. But now that that is done, we are moving on to my living room, and toys are everywhere, but that's normal. Like I said before, many of times we do not have a playroom, so this is our playroom. So I'm just tidying up the toys. I make it so that I can tidy it up quickly. The boys can help me and all that kind of stuff. So doing that real quick, and we are going to get under my love seat and my recliner. It wasn't crazy bad because we did this not too long ago. I did it off camera, probably around Christmas time. So it's not crazy, but it definitely needed to be done. It was dusty. There were some toys under there. So that is what we are going to do. We are going to clean, tidy up in here, clean under these couches. Now, I did not get under the big couch because that is extremely hard for me to move by myself. And my husband is not one to be on camera, and I am totally fine with that. So we will do that another day.
I know you've been down thinking about him again. I know that your heart's been broken. You should try and let it go and start being yourself. You can put on your dress, we can play your favorite song, and I will take care of you, care of you, care of you. This is what we need, this is what we have to do. Tell me, can you feel it too, feel it too? Maybe you should go work that body. You should go work that body. The body won't stop till we're great and old. Maybe for a second we can lose control. You should go work that body.
So in just a second here, I'm going to be showing you a bear that my sister had made my son for his first birthday, and I thought it was super cute. She crocheted this herself. That is adorable. But anyways, this is my Doom couch. It's my catch-all. So I'm just putting everything that goes into the boys' room into this basket. And so their laundry, some things that go into their room, all goes in this one basket. So I can just carry this into their room and put it away. But I can focus on the living room. So it's cleaning the living room without me getting sidetracked about, walking in and out of the room a bunch of times. I'm filling up my little Doom basket to take it into their room. But a few days before this, we had a birthday party. So there was like some camping chairs out. We had just a larger mess than usual because we had a bunch of people over. I think I showed my table, which I did actually not clean on camera, but I did clean it off this day. So yeah, we just had a bunch of like cups and stuff everywhere. So it was a little bit messier than usual. But right now I'm just sorting through our laundry. I wanted to get this done super quick. I've mentioned this before in other videos that I do not fold my kids' laundry. It's easier for them to put away, and it's easier for me to get it just hurry up and put it away. They're very, very little. It does not wrinkle the clothes. It's fine. So I have a video on that, and I can link it below if you're interested, but it makes my life 10 times easier. And if you're a mom of littles, especially multiple kids, you'll understand, I'm sure. But I'm just sorting out the laundry so I can get this stuff out of the living room. And we are going to start with the vacuuming. I vacuum this floor at least every other day because I do have a little baby who loves to pick up crumbs and try to eat them. So if you understand, it's for my sanity and his safety. But it needed a vacuum, of course, on this day. But we are going to be vacuuming under the couches. That is something that I've always done during my spring cleaning. I like to move the furniture out of the way to vacuum, and we also do that like when we're putting up our Christmas tree because we move some things around. So I would say once or twice a year, maybe twice, once every 6 months, get under those couches because you will not believe the dust and dirt, especially if you have pets and kids, what can get underneath those? We typically don't eat too much in the living room, but our living room and dining room are connected, so crumbs inevitably are under the couches, and it's just crazy what you can find. So highly recommend at least once or twice a year moving your furniture if you're able to. Get somebody to come over and help you and vacuum under those couches. You can probably see the dog hair on the floor right there, but I'm just using my son's little broom to try to get this stuff out. And that black thing that you can kind of see it right there on the couch. It's to make sure that things don't get underneath there, except the last time we moved the couch, we didn't put it back on correctly. So things did inevitably get underneath here, but they do work. We just did not put them on correctly. But anyways, yeah, this was very nasty. Now, I wish I would have been able to move the couch a little bit further back, but by myself, they are very heavy, and I did have the kids there, so I just wanted to make sure that I was safe about it, but also trying to clean as much as I could. And I swear it smells better in here. I feel better about it. So it was definitely much needed.
I saw you from across the room. When our eyes met, I never knew that I could feel this way, and it's kinda strange. Don't even know your name. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you.
So the last place I'm going to be cleaning in here is going to be this little like side table, and it was very dusty. You can probably tell in the corner there. But this is the last area I'm going to clean in today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed. If you did, like I said, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and definitely turn on that notification bell to be notified of upcoming videos, because I will be continuing this spring cleaning. We have a few more rooms to do, and I'm also planning on doing a garage reorganization, so definitely want to stick around for that. But like I said, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
I think I've waited all these years for you right here. But how will I ever
If you're looking around your house right now and it looks very similar to this, you have clicked on the right video, because today I have some real life mom cleaning motivation. Whether you're a mom or just have a messy house like me, I hope you stick around and enjoy today's video.
I'm thinking about it all the time, all the time. And my heart's beating fast when it's looking like that, or his smile is killing me.
Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Abby and I am a stay-at-home mom of 2 little boys, and today we are tackling a normal everyday type of mess, for me at least. We are cleaning my living room and dining room. I am taking a short break from my spring cleaning series because this needed to be done so badly. I needed to catch up on just some normal everyday cleaning. This happens all the time, almost every single day. I end the day with a house that looks very similar to this. So today I am giving you some real life mom life cleaning, and we are going to tackle this as fast as we possibly can. I gave myself 1 hour and I got done as much as I could in that 1 hour. And I'm actually very surprised on how much I was able to accomplish in today's video. You will see a after at the end when everything is all tidied up and cleaned. But you will have to let me know in the comments if you are a mom of littles right now. Is this what your house looks like, or is this only me? I really hope I'm not alone in this, but I think with 2 toddlers running around, it's just inevitable that things are everywhere and they love to get into everything. So, it happens. But what I'm doing right now is I have this box that I'm putting things that do not belong on this table in, and putting it in its place after I'm done. I do not want to leave this room too much because I will get distracted. I've learned that about myself. When I clean and I am putting things away, if I put something in another room and I see something that's out, I'm going to want to clean it up. So I've started doing this where I have a box or a basket of some sort, and everything that's in that box is going into my kids' room, and I'm not going to walk into there because I know that that needs cleaned as well. So I'm just going to put it on the box and put it off to the side for right now, because that is going to let me focus on this area only. I will go in and out of the kitchen periodically, but that will not affect me as much as going into the bedroom. So I am going to be doing that. So this table is a catch-all for everything. We eat 3 times a day at this table, so it does get messy, but I just wanted to give it a really good wipe down. And I also wanted to replace my table runner that was on here. I had to wash it. So right now I'm just pushing the crumbs onto the floor because we are vacuuming in here as well afterwards, and that is just so much easier for me. I'm able to just vacuum it up when I'm done. So don't worry, these will be picked up and cleaned, but I'm just going to give the table a nice wipe down before I go ahead and replace our table runner. And also the cleaner I'm using right now is just some dish soap and water. I will also put vinegar or isopropyl alcohol in with it as well, just to make a homemade cleaner. Since this is a wood table, I just wanted to use a little bit of soap and water today. I think I've had this table runner for about 6 years now. It is from the Hearth and Hand collection at Target, and like I said, I bought it when we first moved in, so I don't even think they sell this one anymore, but it is 100% cotton, so I did want something that I was able to wash. It is wrinkled, but I really don't care at this point. I'm going to be putting some stuff on it, and we have to wash it pretty often. So I wanted something that was washable and something that was like simple, and this is exactly what I was looking for at the time. So I've had it for quite some time, and it does have a couple stains on it, but it's done me well. So I'm just going to continue filling up this basket with things that go into my son's room. and we are going to be tidying up some more things in here, as well as some toys that need to be put away. I have my little helper with me, so I did say that I'm a stay-at-home mom of two boys. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and they definitely are the culprit to most of these messes, but that's to be expected at this age. I don't know about you, but something that I didn't know about, well, I didn't really fully understand until I had kids, is how many random things that you will find around your house after you have kids. Like, I find the most random things in the most random places. I think I found it was like a random coffee mug in their kitchen, which it makes sense that would be in a kitchen, but you just never know what you're gonna find anywhere in the house when you're cleaning. Also, that little bump in the rug you'll see right by my leg, that has bothered me so bad, but I can't fix it by myself because the table is so heavy. So I will have to ask my husband when he gets home if he can fix that rug, because it is driving me absolutely insane. I know this absolutely looks like a lot, and it is. I'm not going to deny that. But I've said this before, I do not have a playroom in the house, and our house is fairly small. So all of our kids' toys, most of their kids' toys, is upstairs here in the living room. I do a toy rotation, but we still end up with a decent amount upstairs, and my kids absolutely love playing with monster trucks. So we have quite the collection. We've been collecting for at least a year now, and I've gotten a bulk of them secondhand, and some friends had given me some of their kids. So it looks like a lot, and it is, but they all fit in this little basket, and it's super easy to put away. They're both able to put away. Even my 1-year-old, you will see he does put away a monster truck. So I do not mind. I had collections when I was a kid, and they really love it. They get, for holidays, they've gotten gifts, and they were monster trucks. So I'm really enjoying the monster truck mom era that I'm in. And also, don't worry, we give our puppy lots of pets. She does this every time I get on the floor. She loves her attention. But I have to clean up a little bit before I can give her her pets. But like I said, don't worry, she got her pets. Trust me.
I know you've been down thinking about him again. I know that your heart's been broken.
You'll have to let me know in the comments, what was one thing you collected as a kid? I know for me it was like Bratz dolls and Barbie dolls. I don't know if you guys remember Bratz dolls, but I loved anything Barbie Bratz related. My Scene, I think, was also a really popular doll back in the day. That's crazy. But yeah, I loved like Barbie dolls and baby dolls too. So that was definitely one thing I collected. I also collected some cars as well. But you'll have to let me know in the comments, what did you collect as a kid? I know as a mom, cleaning can become very repetitive, and I know for me personally, I am cleaning the same things every single day. It's either dishes, laundry, tidying up the living room and the dining room, and I do it every day. And I have said before that I do vacuum at least once a day or every other day. So I feel like I'm just always doing the same things, but I'm just trying to keep the house together for my kids. I'm trying to clean up after a long day of playing and having fun. But I know as a mom, and for me personally, it is very monotonous. It's like the same routine over and over again. I'm trying to get myself in a better routine so that I feel like each day has a little bit of a different flow to it, I guess. Like, I need to figure out a cleaning method that is just like every day you clean a different section of your house, and maybe that would be a little bit less monotonous, because I find that I'm just focusing on the areas like on this day in particular where we're spending the most time. So I'm like, okay, living room, dining room, that needs to be picked up and cleaned at least before my husband gets home, because that is like the time of day where I want to be relaxed. So yeah, you'll have to let me know. Do you have a routine where you are cleaning different areas of your house every day? Or do you find yourself cleaning the same areas over and over again? Because that's where I'm at this point in my life. But once again, what we are doing is vacuuming. And I've said this before, it's for my sanity and my son's safety that we vacuum almost every day, because crumbs, Play-Doh, you name it, things are on the floor. But of course, I have my little helper. Both of my kids have always been obsessed with the vacuum. It's always been very funny to me. But they both love to vacuum. They love the sound of the vacuum. I don't know. They just do. So they love to help me vacuum. I have a little vacuum that they love to use. So I always have my helpers with me when I'm vacuuming. But I'm just giving the dining room and the living room a real thorough vacuum before I'm finished for today. And yes, I did pick up that piece of pink Play-Doh on this bench. I think it's a Play-Doh. It could have been a little piece of strawberry. I promise you it did get picked up. I just did not show it in this video. I did not notice it until after I started editing this video. Why or how I missed it, I don't know. But I promise you I did do it. And then I'm moving in here to the living room. We do have a washable rug, so it's extremely thin. But it is easier to clean like with a carpet cleaner, like a handheld carpet cleaner, but it will get sucked up in the vacuum if I don't have it on a super low setting. And this little rug that I have in the middle with like the road on it, that is also a washable rug, but it is small enough that I actually do just stick it in the washer and dryer. This one I have not done that yet. I might actually power wash it this summer, debating on that. We'll see. I know people have done it and have been successful, so we shall see if I do that. But you will see I cannot use the vacuum on this little rug because it will get sucked up. So I use this really old Bissell, like little handheld sort of vacuum, and it does a great job. So I will be using that at the end of this video. But it is nice to be able to just throw that rug in the wash because it is the kids and they are constantly using it. And as you can see, definitely having some help with the vacuum. It's always so much fun. I do really love this vacuum. It is a Shark. I believe it's called the Navigator Pet. It is super powerful. It does have like the odor control thing. It's has the dual rollers. It's super easy to keep clean as long as you're like cleaning out the filter at least once a month. Like, I bought it, I think around this time last year. I could be wrong. It could have been maybe towards the fall. But anyways, I got it at Target and it was on like a really good sale at the time, and I absolutely love it. It is super powerful. I have always had a Shark vacuum as my main vacuum, so I absolutely love it. I will link it down below if you are interested. Not sponsored by Shark, but I do have an affiliate link that I can link below. But yes, here's that little handheld vacuum I was talking about. Just wanted to give this rug a nice vacuum before finishing up. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know this is a little bit of a shorter one, but stay tuned because next week we have more videos coming to you. I'm super excited to do some more spring cleaning and different projects around the house this summer. So if you enjoyed this video, I hope you give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps me out so much with growing my channel and keeping a wonderful community on here. So once again, thank you for clicking on today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.
I know you've been down thinking about him again. I know that your heart's been broken. You should try and let it go and start being yourself. You can put on your dress, we can play your favorite song, and I will take care of you.
Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I'm doing some extreme laundry motivation. I have about 5 loads of laundry that I need to fold, put away, and then I also have a load of laundry that is waiting for me in the washer. So if this is something that you need to get done today, I hope you put me on your TV, your phone, or your iPad and come fold and get the laundry done along with me.
Maybe for a second we can lose control. You should go work that body.
So the way I'm starting this laundry day out is by taking all the clean clothes that I have in baskets and putting them in one place. And in this case, it is my bed. So I'm just taking all the laundry and putting it all in one place. This is going to show me how much laundry I have. This is going to allow me to split up everything. So that is what I'm doing. So I have a basket that's dedicated to just my boys' clothes. I do the no fold method for my kids' clothes. It is the best that I've found that works the best for our family. So I'm going to specifically take their clothes out of the pile first, so I don't have to worry about those. And then I'm going to take and fold my clothes and then my husband's. So mine and my husband's clothes are in 2 different dressers. So this is the easiest way for me to keep the laundry separated, and it's the way that is allowing me to put them away the quickest. So I should say this is the most efficient way for me to go through this amount of laundry. And then I also keep the towels separate as well. And this just makes it so much easier, and it makes this pile seem a lot less intimidating once I have it split down into smaller sections. Now you're also probably thinking, how did it get this bad? Honestly, this is after maybe 4 days of doing laundry without putting them away. We had a very, very busy weekend, and I swear every weekend from here until basically October is booked up. We have something fun or something going on every single weekend. And the weekend before this particular video, we were out of town. So of course I didn't get to put away laundry as it was coming in. But this tends to happen a lot just in general. So I know it does seem like a lot, and it is, but I do need to figure out a better way to organize and put away my laundry throughout the week. I know they always say a load a day keeps the laundry at bay, but I don't know. Some days I can't even figure out if I can like take a shower. So, you know, with kids, it's, you know, you're in that point of your life where things are busy, but that's okay. That's why we're tackling it in this video.
I got this boy on my mind that I can't live without. Oh, his eyes are killing me. And he keeps talking about everything that he likes, and I can't stop listening. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time, all the time. And my heart's beating fast when he's looking like that. Oh, his smile is killing me. It's the way that he moves and the way that he laughs, so I can't get enough. Thinking about him all the time. I can't get him off my mind. Oh, I want him to be mine, to be mine. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him now, 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 now. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it starts, when it starts. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want. saying yeah, 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 yeah. You know I want him, nah, 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 nah. My heart is saying yeah, 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 yeah. I told him I can be a fighter if you want. I'll be there to catch you if you fall. I can make it brighter when it's dark, when it's dark. I told him I would do it all for you, and I know you do it for me too. I can be a fighter if you want, if you want.
I want to introduce myself for those who do not know me. My name is Abby, and I am a stay-at-home mom to 2 little boys. I have been a stay-at-home mom for the last, I think it's gonna be 3 years now. I do a lot of organizing, cleaning, decluttering, and all that kind of stuff on my channel. So if that's something that you're interested in and you want to stick around, I would definitely love if you would hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications so you'll be notified of any future uploads. So right now I am continuing on with my husband's clothes. They were the majority of this pile, it seems. So I'm just finishing up folding all of his clothes, and then I will be putting those away. You'll have to let me know in the comments what your laundry situation is like. Do you have a routine? Do you just do it when your laundry basket gets full? Do you do it once a week? Do you do it once every couple days? Please let me know in the comments, and maybe that will help me figure out a new routine for myself. So I realized that I had another load to wash, so I'm going to be loading that into the washer. I will say that you will notice in another clip that I'm going to be taking it out of the dryer with a different shirt on. That's because I forgot to take it out of the washer. And at the end of this day, right before bed, I remembered to put it in the dryer. And so the very next day it came out of the dryer. Let me know in the comments, is that something that you do? How often do you forget clothes that are in the washer or in the dryer? That happens all the time. I have really good intentions at the beginning of the day, throwing them in the washer, and then the day goes on and it's 7 o'clock at night and I'm putting the kids to bed and I'm realizing, oh shoot, there is clothes in the washer. So now this is where I keep most of my clothes. This is in a totally different room than our primary bedroom because my husband's clothes are in the dresser that we have in there. It just works out better for us that way. He's the one that's getting up in the morning and going to work. So it's totally fine if I am getting ready in a later time throughout the day. So that is why my clothes are in a different room than his. So now we're going to put away some of the towels in my hall linen closet. We have a very small closet, and I have decluttered and organized this closet on my channel before. So we don't have a whole lot of space, but it works just fine for what we need it for. So I'm going to hurry up and put these towels away, and then I'm going to get the clothes out of the dryer and move into my boys' room. And I will show you my method for the no fold method for my kids' room. Like I said before, this has been the biggest change that I've done recently that has helped us so much. I was so against it for so long. I was like, I'm never going to do that. It just seems so messy. And in reality, with two very young kids, it just makes sense because I'm able to put away their clothes super fast. They do not hang out in the baskets as long as they used to. So they really don't get that wrinkled either because they're very small clothes anyways. And I don't have the baskets shoved absolutely full to where I can't even push them into the cube organizer. So, and it's also a great way for me to see how many clothes they have. And if the baskets are getting too full, then I know when I need to get rid of them. So you will each boy has, I think, 3 bins apiece. So maybe there might be an extra one for socks, but so each boy has 3 bins. There's one for like t-shirts, one for pants, and then one's for shorts. And so as you can see, I always have helpers, but and all I have to do is just take that out of the basket and throw it in the correct bin. And it has been a game changer for us. And like I said, the clothes do not get that wrinkled. I would rather them sit in their baskets instead of sitting in these little cubes instead of sitting in a laundry basket for a few days. But yeah, it has been working out really well, and it is actually easier for my oldest to find exactly what he wants to wear, and it is very helpful for them to help me put away clothes as well. So I think for us it has been working out really well, and I definitely would recommend it, especially if you feel like you're very behind on laundry. But yeah, the no fold method has been great. So much for clicking on today's video and watching my laundry motivation video. I do have some exciting news. I was able to purchase a camera, so that's really exciting. I've been filming on my phone for the last 4 years, however long I've been doing this, so it's super exciting to see how the videos turn out. But yeah, so if you've made it to the end of this video, can you leave me a purple heart in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. I once felt I'm done with it. How did we end up here in the corner looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't want to talk anymore. I want to get so... Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we are prepping for our yard sale, and I think I swear this is like my fourth or fifth video of my basement, and as you can see, it has just gotten worse. I don't know how to explain it, honestly. Yes, we need to get rid of a lot of things, and that is what this video is about. We are going to have a yard sale in a few weeks, and I am tackling my what I'm calling doom rooms. Some people have doom boxes or baskets where they just kind of tend to put everything and forget about it. These are my doom rooms, my basement and my office. So this week I am tackling both of those rooms, and we are setting aside items for the yard sale, and I'm super excited. And whatever we do not sell, I am just immediately donating. I feel like we are in the season of yard sales, and it has been quite some time since I've done one, and I'm super excited. I just really thought about it, a lot, and I was like, you know what? I think I'll be more apt to get things together for a yard sale than I would be for just donation, because I feel like when I set stuff aside to be donated, that's what happens. They get set aside and forgot about. And I feel like with a yard sale, I have no choice but to set them aside and use them. I have 2 dates in mind. So I'm like, all right, I have the yard sale planned. I have people already notified, like they're coming over to help. And so this is going to happen. So this has been my motivation this week, is to get things put to the side for a yard sale. And yeah, super excited about it, but it might seem like I'm moving a lot of things around, and honestly, mostly it is because I am moving things into one spot for the yard sale. So I'm also kind of going to rearrange some things. I do end up decluttering some things down here also, but I have this big box of toys you're going to see here on the left. And what I'm doing is I have been putting the kids' clothes in vacuum sealed bags that you see here. And so basically there's like 2 or 3 sizes in one bag. And so I think I have it narrowed down to like 4 bags. I think I can probably do one more. So 5 bags from like size newborn to like 24 months, which is pretty good. But I have these 2 containers that I'm like, I could use these for the toys, and they would fit in the space so much better, take up a lot less space. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move the toys into, I think, 3 of these smaller containers. That way it organizes them. I know what I have. It's not all in one big jumbled mess. So like one container is going to be all vehicles. The other container is going to be like pretend play. And then I have a container with like puzzles and wooden blocks. And I feel like this is going to work so much better for toy rotation and just keeping track of what we have in general. And I don't have a giant container sitting on my floor taking up so much space. As I'm looking through the toys, obviously I'm looking to see what I can get rid of or what we can sell at the yard sale as well. But yeah, it's always interesting going through stuff like this with the kids around, because they definitely love their toys and they love to get into them, but they really weren't too interested in what I was doing over here. We do have a TV down here, and then I had taken a few toys out, so they were pretty occupied during the whole thing. But I do want to say, I do apologize for the way my voice sounds. I don't know if you can tell or not, but it is allergy season, and boy, I am really getting hit hard this year with the allergies, and early also. The weather has been absolutely crazy here. We live in like southern Pennsylvania, and I swear we've had some crazy weather the last couple months, but April has been way warmer than it usually has been. Like, I think tomorrow our high is like 85, but then Sunday the high is like 50. So the weather changes have been pretty extreme, and I think I've talked about this before, but yeah, it's crazy. And I think the pollen is just been horrific this year so far. I have a like a bush out front that usually flowers around my birthday, which is in early May. Well, it is flowering already, I think because of just the warm weather. I could be totally off, but I swear it's just like the pollen coming in early. I don't know. I'm not good at that at all. I don't know, but I have just been so congested, runny nose, itchy, scratchy eyes, and the throat. Oh my gosh, it's been horrible. So let me know. Are you guys dealing with the weather or the allergies like I am? My whole family has been. I swear we all have been sneezing, especially in the morning, because I do love to sleep like with the windows cracked at night just to have some fresh air. And even though it like smells great and like the fresh air is wonderful for sleep, it's a little cool at night. We all suffer in the morning because we're all waking up with like sniffles and all this. So I do apologize for my voice, but you know, it is what it is. It's that time of year, and unfortunately, I do suffer from seasonal allergies. But anyways, we are going through these books. I had the Christmas books that were upstairs in this box. It has been sitting down here for months, you know, because Christmas was, you know, 4 months ago. But anyways, I was getting those put back together. So this is a totally different day. This is what the basement looked like after I kind of went through and moved the toys around, and all of this stuff was sitting on the couch and on the floor. So what I'm doing is that big container that had all the toys in, this is going to be the yard sale container for the basement. So everything that I want to sell that I can fit into this container, that's where I'm keeping it. So it's all kept together. And I feel like this worked really well because I didn't have to think about where to put it. I was just like, oh, yard sale goes in that container. And anything from here on out until we have the yard sale, which it's going to be within like the next month, I am going to just put it in this container, and then you'll see later in this video, we are going to work on the office as well. I have a spot in there for yard sale stuff also. So just a tip, this is great for just donations in general. I would just have a box or a bag set aside for your donations, or if you want to have a yard sale, put stuff in that bag or container until you have the yard sale or until you can donate it. It just keeps everything together, and it's not overwhelming like it was all over the floor, all over this couch. So that is why I am moving everything into this big box. Also, you do see a seat on the floor. That is from we got a new car. We got like a Kia Carnival, and it had an extra seat, and we didn't know where to put it. So its temporary spot is on the floor here in the basement. I do end up moving it down a little bit, but that's what that's about. But here is just some leftover diapers that we didn't actually use. So we're actually going to end up giving these to our neighbor who is having a little baby here soon. So those will be gone. And then I am going to eventually put these waters, and there was some juice that I will put in the fridge here. But this side of the fridge is absolutely disgusting. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it is absolutely gross. This was the fridge that was upstairs prior to us getting a new fridge, and that stain was on the side of the fridge when we moved it out, and I tried to clean it when we moved it down here, and I could not get it off. It's like very sticky. So I tried today. I somewhat get it off, but we will try. And there's a bunch of dog hair on the floor that I do vacuum up here in a second. But right now I'm just going through some cups that I ended up decluttering from upstairs, and yeah, we are selling about 90% of these in the yard sale that were clean and salvageable. But yeah, I found some things that I thought I had lost. they were downstairs the whole time. Yeah, we're just going through and cleaning up this corner, making it less cluttered, because that's just the problem when you have a bunch of stuff that you want to get rid of. It clutters everything up, and if you're not getting it out of your house quick enough, it just causes more problems. So that's why I'm like, all right, let's consolidate everything and get it at least a little less cluttered until we have this yard sale. But I'm just using, we call this our basement vacuum. So we got this vacuum, I think 10 years ago when my husband moved away to college. It was like a $20 vacuum from Walmart, and it's a little Bissell thing. It's like a handheld one that has an attachment, obviously to use as like an upright. And it is the best little thing. It has lasted us forever, and we just use it like in the basement or in the car. You know, who would have thought? $20 10 years ago. Crazy. But here I am just cleaning the side of the fridge that was absolutely gross. And yeah, it was definitely necessary. It was disgusting. So this is where I'm going to temporarily store the yard sale things. So on this couch, we don't really use this much, obviously, because usually it has stuff on it. But this is where we are going to put everything that I'm going to be selling at the yard sale. So it is kind of out of the way because this is where my husband exercises in the evening. So that's where I'm going to put that. This area is always horrible. This is a coffee table that we used to have upstairs, and now it just is a catch-all down here. So I'm going to tidy this area up, give it a nice wipe down because it was absolutely dusty, and get this all straightened up.
I saw you from across the room. When our eyes met, I never knew that I could feel this way, and it's kinda strange. Don't even know your name. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you. I don't know you, but I want to get to know you. Just wanna get to know you.
I do have some baby items off in the corner here that I'm actually giving back to a friend. A friend of ours let us borrow like 3 or 4 baby things, bigger baby like furniture items. So I did put those aside because I do not need them anymore, and they're definitely taking up some space, so I am going to give those back to her. But we are almost done down here and it feels so much better. Obviously, this is not the absolute finished product. There's so much more that I'd like to organize and declutter down here, but for right now, this is really, really nice and it's much better than it was. Right now, I'm just reorganizing my husband's little exercise equipment organizer. My son definitely likes to come down here and play with this stuff, so that's why it kind of gets a little bit unorganized, but just tidying this space up.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be 2 of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy and you don't let. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would, and let go of you. I know that I'm obvious, forget I'm made this way, but why didn't...
So here you can see all the yard sale stuff already. This stuff still needs to be organized, but until I get all that yard sale stuff out of the way, this is pretty much as good as it's going to get at the moment, but I think it looks a lot better than it did. That is for sure. We had organized the toys a little bit better, and just, yeah, we're still getting rid of a good bit of things. Some of this stuff is going as well. I just wanted to kind of get it out of the way. And then this looks a lot better, all tidied up, dusted off. It looks really, really good. So we are actually going to be moving on to the office. Yeah, just trying to take a thumbnail photo. This is the office. The state of the office is absolutely insane. And I know I've cleaned this recently on my channel, and it definitely stayed well for a good while. But we had Easter, we had a birthday party, and we have another birthday party coming up. And this is our upstairs catch-all. It is like we put stuff in here that we don't know what to do with at the moment, and we shut the door when company comes over. So that's what happened. And it just accumulated and got away from me, and here we are. So I'm just hanging up the laundry that needed to be put away in here. This is where 90% of my laundry lives. My clothes are in my dresser that's in here, and then any clothes that get hung up in this closet. So most of the time what I do is I'm like, if I don't have time to put away my clothes, I stick them in here, and I kind of forget about them until I, need them. So now I am tackling all the clothes, getting them all hung up, and then I am going to go through and make a yard sale pile up here as well. We do have some large items like this gymnastics bar and like a pickler triangle with a slide. We do keep it in here because they are big and we don't want them out in the living room all the time. So they are stored up here. They are not being sold at the yard sale, but they are going to be kind of in that area. So don't worry, we are not selling those at the yard sale, but they do stay in here just kind of temporarily until the kids use them. But we had a lot of, so some of these bags are yard sale slash, Goodwill. And then we did have some trash in here from like birthday slash Easter celebrations that I kind of just forgot that was even in here because, like I said, we closed the door and we forget about it. It is a doom room. I guilty of it, but we are going to get it kind of straightened up today, getting it organized, decluttering a lot. And I'm actually going to make this chair over here my yard sale spot. So you will see here in a minute. I put a bunch of stuff over here because I have just been accumulating for a while. So this will be a great spot. So I know exactly, if it's somewhere upstairs, I can just hurry up, put it in this room, and have it all together for when that day comes. So if you've watched me before, you know that mail is like my Achilles heel. I can never, I'm so bad. But my most recent update of this room, I put our filing cabinets together. I got rid of and shredded so much paper. So now you'll see I have like two piles going. The pile on my left or the right on the screen is completely like garbage or shred. And the pile on the left is what gets put away. So I have such a better, like, it's easier for me to put stuff away. I still am going to be bad and put my mail into a box inside this room and kind of forget about it for a little bit. Like, I take care of the important things and then I just kind of put it in here to be filed away, and that's fine. But as long as I have somewhere quick and easy to put it away when I'm ready, that's what's going to make the difference for me, I think. And it was super easy to just have this pile. Okay, this is what I'm going to throw away or shred. And then I do that, and then it's fine. And then I only have the small pile to file away. And it was just some like medical paperwork and stuff, but that's it. So this is also a catch-all in here. A lot of it was like Christmas cards. I am bad, and maybe it's not a bad thing, but I keep all of my Christmas cards and I just like to look back on them. And a lot of them are like picture cards. So I do have a spot for those. So you will see me kind of like sort those out. So I do have a spot for all of like cards and stuff. So I will be putting those in there. But yeah, it's super easy to kind of keep these separated. And I have my little piles and it works. Here was the big stuff I was talking about. I'm not getting rid of it. Like I said, I'm just moving it out of the way to make more space. We love it. I don't want it out in the living room all the time. So just moving this around, making it look a little bit better, a little bit easier for me to make my pile. And then I do have a box of toys that I'm actually going to give to my mother-in-law. She had bought the boys like a little box. And so I'm just going to put toys in that box, and then so they have some toys at her house. So that little blue like police officer box next to the guitar is actually going to their house. So keep that in mind as well. This whole section is just going to be yard sale, get rid of, get out of the house sort of thing. So this is not staying like this. It will be leaving the house, thank goodness.
I just wanna be around looks at me like I know what he's thinking, but I don't have a clue. True talent in avoiding conversation, yeah, it's almost rather cruel. Oh, I know he got me good in his pocket. I know that I missed a treat. Well, the taste is bitter. Oh, go on.
So I had some organization stuff kind of stored in this closet that I wasn't using. And I'm like, I haven't used this stuff in a year. I don't think I'm going to use it within the next year. I did keep some things that I thought would be useful in other places, but bigger organization stuff, I'm like, just get rid of it. If you haven't used it in a year, I don't need it. There was a picture of me in first grade. But yeah, I was like, it just needs to go. So I did keep a little bit of it, but enough that was able to be stored with no problem. So I'm just kind of condensing it all into this one container. And yeah, it needed to go. So there's a bunch of stuff that I'm hopefully going to sell. But yeah, this is what I ended up keeping, just a couple things that's going to go in the top. I had some maternity things to put away, but yeah, it needed a little bit of decluttering. And so that is what I decided to do. It's like, why am I holding on to a bunch of organization stuff that clearly I'm not using? Now, I do have an organizing and decluttering channel, so I will, I'm sure, use this at some point. I'm constantly changing the way I organize, so it's not that I won't use it, but I'm just like, I haven't used it within the last year. So if I really needed something, I could go out and get it. But yeah, I was like, it's time for a lot of this. So I'm just moving around some things up here. I'm going to keep it on the top shelf and kind of keep track of it again to see what I actually use within the next year. And maybe next year we'll have a yard sale and I'll just get rid of it then. I'm trying to fit it. And I'm like, what the heck? We have a box up here for like our modem / router, but it's not ours. We're like renting it from so we have to keep that box. And then we do have some phone boxes, which I laughed when I saw it because I was like, definitely a millennial thing to keep your box that your phone came in. But let me know if you do that. I hope I'm not the only one that still does that. But yeah, so I'm just gonna store this up here. So anytime I need something organizational, I know exactly where it's at. But I'm so glad I was able to get this little project done. If you enjoyed this, I hope you stick around and subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. I'm hoping my next videos will be a spring cleaning. See you guys.
I saw you from across the room. When our eyes met, I never knew that I could feel this way, and it's kinda strange. Don't even know your name.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are tackling the house after an Easter party. We had a really great weekend. It was super busy, but it had left my house in this state of just crazy post-party mess. We worked so hard to get the house cleaned before the party, and now there is definitely a mess left behind, but that's okay. We were super busy all weekend, and this is just what happens. This is real life. We were just having so much fun and just focusing on friends and family. So now I'm trying to get the house reset. We have to clean out the fridge because we had a bunch of leftovers and just a bunch of stuff that is not usually out. So I'm starting in the kitchen today because that to me was the messiest place and it was driving me absolutely nuts. This was the day after our party. So we hosted Easter lunch and dinner here at our house for my family and my husband's family. And it was so much fun, but you do get like super crazy cleaning before, and then you have so much fun the day of, and then afterwards I feel like my house just feels like I never even cleaned it. So I'm starting here because there was a lot of leftovers, and I realized as I was putting away, this was like pizza crust from a dip that my mom had made, and they were stale because I accidentally left them out overnight, but that's okay. And there was some potato salad that I forgot to put back in the fridge, so that is definitely getting thrown away. I felt really bad, but we had so many leftovers that honestly, I don't even know if we would have gotten to the potato salad. There was just so much, so grateful for it, so blessed, but now that it's over, I wanted to get my house back in order. So I hope you guys had a great Easter weekend. I know we had a lot of fun. We really had the craziest weather this weekend. It was on Saturday, I think it was like 86 degrees, and then Sunday it went down to, I think, 34 degrees at night. So we had a big change in weather, but we did have a really great Easter weekend, spending time with friends and family. So let me know in the comments how your Easter went. How was your weekend? How was the weather where you were at? Did you have any big plans? Are you on spring break? Are your kids on spring break? Let me know what you're doing.
Jumped off the subway leading nowhere. Your warm hands rubbed off the cold around me. I heard you say that everything is alright, but how did you know how I felt? You saw right through me that day. I was lost in space, but you pulled me down and wiped away those cloudy thoughts. I could see the sky when you were close to me. I can't believe what you brought. You took it, you took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together, together it's always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted. I will always remember it. How you turned everything around.
I think every fork that we had in the house was used over the weekend, so I had to get this dishwasher running. We had so many dishes that we had hand washed from the day before that we used for baking and cooking, so I had to put those away first. But this dishwasher needed ran so badly. And you will notice I use a liquid dishwashing detergent here. I usually use a powdered one. We went to the store one day to get more powdered dishwashing detergent, and my husband was like, it has such a strong scent, and I am so big on like trying to use non-toxic cleaners and things like that, unscented things. And so I need your help with this. Do you have any recommendation for like a non-toxic or a non-scented dishwashing detergent? If you do, please let me know. We ended up just getting, I think it's the Cascade version, and it still has such a strong smell. It cleaned just fine, but I would definitely love to use like a non-toxic version. So if you have any recommendations, please let me know. But moving on to some dishes that I had hand washed. This was absolutely gross and disgusting. It was just some leftover dishes from the day before, but we do have a garbage disposal. I'm not just like letting this sit in the sink. That would be really gross. We do have a garbage disposal, but I don't put everything down there. I just tend to put stuff like that down there. Definitely no grease. Do not recommend putting grease down your drain at all. But yeah, I'm just running the garbage disposal to get rid of that nasty stuff. But hand washing dishes is probably my least favorite chore. I despise it. I especially despised it when I was pregnant with my kids because it just really grosses me out. But I just don't like to do it, but it has to be done. I will say that my husband does hand wash dishes like a few days out of the week for us. He definitely not loves, but like he'll turn on a podcast and he just like washes the dishes, no problem. Me, I'm like, ooh, I still can't, I can't stake it, but it's fine. It needs done. So I'm hand washing a few dishes and then we are moving on to cleaning up the dining room. My living room was also a mess on this day, and I have like, I think 5 total baskets of laundry to fold. It was a mound as big as our bed, and that will be later in this video. The amount of laundry I had left over, like that I didn't get to at the end of last week and over the weekend, was crazy. So you will see that towards the end of this video also.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want, so keep us awake till the dawn. Ooh, baby.
Just cleaning off the top of the stove here with some of my homemade all-purpose cleaner, which is just some isopropyl alcohol, dish soap, and water. It does a really great job of not only disinfecting, but shining it up. So I'm going to do that real quick, give it a nice wipe down. But I was thinking as I was recording this video that something for me like needs to change. Now, obviously this is stuff where like this was a Monday and I had like went out and gotten groceries for the week, and like obviously there's going to be a mess from like the party and just in general a mess, but my office is getting to be a mess again. And if you've been on my channel for a while, you know that like I've made plenty of videos about the office reorganizing and, you know, just rearranging the whole room to try to make it work, and it's still getting messy. Like something has got to give, as well as my basement. We are planning on having a yard sale this year, which I hope helps, because I definitely think that'll help me help motivate me to get rid of a bunch of more stuff. But I just feel like, is decluttering need to happen? Do I need to change my routine? It just feels like the house is just, I'm barely floating. If anybody can relate, like I'm barely keeping afloat with my normal everyday things, like doing the dishes, laundry, etc., tidying up and all that. But like things that I really want to get done, like the office, the basement, the garage, I feel like I just never get to. Like I know I have 2 young kids, and like eventually I will be able to get to stuff like that, but for right now I just feel like I am drowning in all of the mess and something has got to give. So hopefully within like the next 6 months, I want to really update my routine, change my mindset, something to help me stay more afloat and on top of tasks every day. I need to have some sort of schedule or something to help me stay on top of things and make me feel less like I just feel very unmotivated some days and just overwhelmed with it all. And I know we do live in a smaller house. I mean, it's nothing crazy small, but like comparatively speaking, I guess it's kind of small. And I just feel like we have too much stuff, and it is becoming worse and worse, obviously, as the kids get older, more birthdays. Even at Easter, they got a few things, and it's like, where am I going to put this all? You know what I mean? So I need to have better routines in place, better organization in place, decluttering methods, something. So if this is something you're struggling with too, or you want to follow along on my journey to see where this is taking me, I hope you stick around and subscribe. That would be amazing. I am working on a goal of becoming monetized here on YouTube. I've already hit my 1,000 subscribers, but anything would help. So sharing, subscribing, liking, and just commenting something happy for the day, that would be a super big help for me. But moving on to my fridge. It was kind of gross. It had been a few weeks since I'd actually cleaned it out, and from all the leftovers and things that people left at our house, it needed a big clean, and I had just gotten groceries. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough room to put the new groceries away. But it wasn't super dirty because I just did a deep clean a few weeks before this. It really just needed like a good tidy and just throwing away older things that had expired. So what I'm going to do here is I have a little egg organizer. So I was influenced to get this, I'm going to say about 6 or 7 years ago, when I first started really watching like cleaning videos on YouTube. And a lot of the YouTubers back in the day were getting these, and we lived in a super small rental house, and our fridge was so tiny, and we would have like scrambled eggs every single day. So we always had eggs in our fridge, but I always wanted to stack things on top of my egg container. And when I saw that these YouTubers had these like really aesthetic egg containers, I'm like, wow, I could use that and stack my eggs. So I ended up getting it, and it has lasted us, like I said, I think this is 7 years that we've had this. So I recommend it. I mean, is it necessary? No, but it was at the time to help me keep organized. But anyways, I'm just taking and putting away our butter. And also I did use that extra egg, don't worry. I used it for dinner that night, so I left it out for a reason. It would have bothered me too, trust me. But moving on to the living room. My living room looks like this at the end of every single day. I usually tidy it up once a day, and I have this one basket that I put most of the toys that are on the floor in, because most of the toys are monster trucks in these little blocks. And it makes it super simple. All we have to do is, pick it up, put it in this one box, kind of tidy it up a little bit, and that's all it really takes. It looks really overwhelming, but really when you break it down to making sure everything has a space, that definitely is helpful. But once again, we don't have a playroom, we don't have a super big house, so things do tend to be cluttered quicker, but I'm just trying to make sure that everything has a spot, and that has been helpful.
Trees aren't green, the ocean is gray, sky is a vague blue, come my way. My room is a mess, it could use a hand. My favorite TV shows are capturing. I know I must get it right, must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise. I think I let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know I can't make it through. Every night it's the same. I keep running fast, left and right, wondering where my head's gone now. I'm sleepwalking.
is any other mom or family out there in their monster truck era? We have a lot of monster trucks. I think we counted and we have close to about 50, and he absolutely loves all of them. We line them up every single day and name them. They're always doing races, so we love monster trucks around here. And this table here was actually the kids' table that was at my grandparents' house when I was little. It's a piece of their countertop when they redid their kitchen like 25 years ago that my grandpa put legs on, and he had just made these two chairs for my boys and gave it to us over the weekend. And that to me is just so sweet to have something sentimental like that. So it is a permanent fixture in our living room now. It is a craft table. They can eat at this table, some snacks, things like that. But so happy to have that.
Numbers of poison flows in my veins. Guess I got used to avoiding the pain. I know must get it right. Must get back in the fight. This can't be a surprise. I think I let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know I can't make it through. Every night is the same. I keep running fast, left and right, wondering where my head's gone now. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know all of my problems. I know. Maybe I need a break. Maybe that's why I fade into this bitter taste. I think I'll let it be.
Now we are moving on to our main bedroom, and I am making the bed before I put all the laundry on because that is just what I like to do. I want to have a clean space so that the laundry has somewhere to go and it doesn't look too overwhelming. And I think just making a bed makes your whole house, I don't even know the whole house, but it makes you feel at least a little bit productive for the day. Getting into a clean bed at night is definitely something I love to do. But wait until you see all of this laundry. Like I said, I think I had 4 or 5 baskets worth. This is the laundry that we did the week before leading up to Easter, and that weekend we just did not get to it. It was not priority. We kind of put it in our office and shut the door. So now this is, I think, Tuesday after Easter, and I am catching up with all of this laundry. So I have my little helper here. So what I'm doing is I'm sorting out my kids' clothes and putting them in its own basket. Now, I have said this in a previous video that I am doing a no folding method for my kids' clothes, and oh my gosh, has that helped me so much. It is so efficient, and my son is able to help me. He knows what clothes are his and his brother's. He puts them in the basket, and then in their room, you will see towards the end of this video that I have 6, I think, different organizers. I think it's 6, maybe 8. And each basket is something different. So one's for shirts, one's for like socks and diapers, one's for shorts, and one's for pants. And he knows exactly where to put his stuff, and we're able to easily put it away. The clothes do not get that wrinkled. They're probably more wrinkled because I'm just leaving them in the basket after they come out of the dryer, but it has made my life so much easier. I know before I said I would never do this, but oh my gosh, has it been super helpful. So once I get all of their clothes sorted out, I'm sorting out my clothes because my clothes go into a different dresser than my husband's. So I'm just folding and putting away those into a basket. This has become the fastest way for me to at least get the laundry folded and started to be put away. That even when I'm doing this as my youngest is napping, so even if he would wake up, at least the laundry is folded and put into a basket. But this has just been the fastest way for me to do it, is to separate them out into the different baskets and then put them away one basket at a time. But like I said, for my kids' clothes, it took me like maybe a few minutes to get them separated and then a few more minutes to put them away. And with their help, that is super helpful. It is a game changer for us, honestly. And my son is able to pick out his own clothes. He knows exactly where they are. And honestly, they don't really get that wrinkled. So I think the no fold method definitely works as long as you have somewhere to organize them so that you know where like pants are, where shirts are. I wouldn't do the no fold method if it was just in one drawer or one basket, because that would drive me nuts to not know where shirts are or pants. So I would definitely recommend, if you want to do this method, to have like the cube organizers or to have like separators in your cupboards or drawers just to make it easier to find things. But I do highly recommend it because it's definitely easier at this age where their clothes are very small. Now, if your kids are older and they're able to help you fold things like that, then I might fold them. But I was showing you how I fold my husband's socks. He found this way to fold them while I was pregnant with my second, for more efficient and easier to put away, easier to fit in his drawer. So this is the way he likes his socks folded, and that's the way I do them.
Sometimes when I'm thinking about us, before we got lost and we parted, back to back we would carry on.
So this is me putting away my kids' clothes. Like I said, I have them in cube organizers, and they are kind of color coded based on each child, and I know where each item of clothing goes. I'm just throwing them in the baskets. Each basket is pretty much full when I have all the laundry in there. But if a basket is too full, then I know, like, okay, I need to declutter some clothes out of this specific basket because they have too much. But yeah, I've narrowed it down to just these, looks like 6 cubes. I have a few more cubes. One's just for diapers and things, and socks and random stuff. But yeah, he is able to help me, which is, I think, great to know at even a young age. I think it's nice to know where your clothes go and help with laundry. But if you've made it this far in the video, would you please leave me a flower emoji in the comments, since spring is definitely starting to happen around here, weather-wise at least. But I really appreciate you clicking and watching today's video, especially all the way through. I hope you enjoyed and this gave you some motivation. I have some exciting videos coming up, so I hope you stick around and subscribe. And once again, thank you for clicking on today's video, and I will see you in the next one.
From my window, sun's coming up like the day before. You're like a stone on my pillow. I don't make a sound when I shut the door.
Hello, and thank you for clicking on today's video. We are doing some major decluttering and reorganizing of this space in my house, the basement. This is probably the 3rd video on the basement. I think there could be more. This could be the 4th. But if you've been here for a while, you know that this is a pain point in our house. It is a storage area. Our basement is like partially finished, as you can see, and we have these shelves back here, and this is where we put all of our things that we don't use all the time. So camping gear and baby gear that we're not currently using, and toys for toy rotation. So we have a lot to go through today. I wanted to get rid of a good bit of things, and we did get rid of a few. I will tell you, we did get rid of a good bit of stuff, so I'm super excited. My main reason for doing this is to get prepared for the holidays. I really want to go around and declutter before the holidays. There's definitely always an influx of things, especially toys or just things in general coming into your house during Christmas time. And so I definitely wanted to get this space ready for toy rotation and anything else that I needed to store down here. And I think it worked out pretty well.
Shut the lights, go infrared. We can spend all day in bed.
So the big things I wanted to get rid of in here was some bigger baby items that I knew we no longer needed, like that diaper genie. We had a playpen here that was no longer needed, and then diapers. I I got so many diapers for our baby shower for my firstborn a few years ago that we never really got through all of them, and my second grew out of diapers so quickly that I have so many newborn size. I know I can exchange them, but a friend of mine, her daughter just had twins, and so I am going to give them to her. I do apologize if you hear things in the background. I have 2 kids, 2 and under, and it's just real life. So I do apologize. I really have no other space to record this. So I'm just going to go ahead and reorganize some things that I knew I wanted to keep, like the little bathtub and this little bassinet, just because we don't know if we want to have another, So I'm going to store those here. And with getting rid of a lot of other things, I finally had space to put these things. So you might be thinking, why is she just moving things around? Really, I'm moving things around. I just want to configure them in a better spot than they were. I know that there's a better way to organize this. I just really haven't figured it out quite yet, but I think I am super close to the most optimal organization in this area. And that's one thing about organizing and decluttering. It's an ongoing process. Like, you're never truly done because you're going to always have things. So never feel like it has to be absolutely perfect. I'm like, if it fits, I'm going to put it there. If it looks better, if it feels better, that's what I'm going for. So that was my goal in this video.
I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking of the way the way you make me grounded. Thinking of the way you used to hold.
You will see me moving around these bigger totes of clothes, and off camera a few weeks ago I went through all of the kids' clothes from like newborn to 12 months, and I condensed it all down to I think 4 large containers, and that one of those containers is like bigger kids' clothes, and it's only half full because I had a couple friends of mine who had babies around the time I did, so I was able to give them a lot between the 2 of them, and I only kept so many of each size, and I'm so happy I did that because we are at a stage, it's like, we don't know, are we gonna have another one? I don't know. And like, what if we have a girl and these are all boys' clothes? So I just wanted to keep the very minimal of each, and I'm so glad I did. So now we are moving on to some toys that I'd already decluttered And there's a playpen there that I'm getting rid of. And you might have seen that in a past video because yes, I still haven't gotten rid of it yet. It's a pretty big item and your life gets busy. But anyways, I'm putting these toys into a bag to donate. And then all those diapers there on the left, I'm going to put in this box to get to that woman I was talking about that had the twin granddaughters. So I am getting all this put away, and then we will go through and actually declutter more toys because Christmas is coming up. So we are going to go through, declutter more toys, some that were broken, you know how it goes. So yes, I'm just putting all these diapers together and getting them ready.
What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? What's it gonna take for you to show, take for you to show feels, yeah. I've been trying to take it slow, but my patience low. Think it's time you let me know. What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? Yeah. Summer's over, still getting nowhere, yeah. If winter blows here, baby, I fear we gon' disappear. Do you even want me? Do you even worry that I'm gonna love somebody else? Do you think about me when you're feeling lonely by yourself? What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? What's it gonna take for you to show, take for you to show feels, yeah. I've been trying to take it slow, but my patience low. Think it's time you let me know. What's it gonna take for you to love, take for you to love me? Yeah. Yeah.
You might also be thinking, what the heck is that giant garbage bag doing on your couch? It's actually a twin mattress rolled up that my husband put into contractor bags on either side of it so that it wouldn't get dusty, but I would love to get rid of it. It's something that we cannot agree on. We just can't agree on that one, but what I want to do ultimately is I think put it on the top shelf so it like spans across the top shelf and the top of the fridge just to get it out of the way. But that's what it is. I'm not moving that by myself in this one. It's not that it's super heavy, it's just bulky and awkward, so it's gonna stay there. I'm sorry. I apologize, that might be weird looking, but it is what it is, you know? And you'll see towards the end of this video that this is also my husband's space down here. We do have exercise equipment down here, and I really wanted to get that cleaned up, so I am going to be cleaning. It was absolutely disgusting with like the dust and the spider webs and stuff, so we will be doing some pretty satisfying cleaning at the end, so definitely stick around for that. But there's also a red container here off to the right with some lids on it that is full of like vintage weights that were my husband's grandfather that we are trying to get rid of as well. I literally cannot move the container, so that's why it's staying there. It's right there in front of the workbench. I can't move it. It's probably 200 or 300 pounds. I don't know. So that's something that my husband, we're going to try to maybe sell it on Facebook Marketplace or something, but it's going to have to stay as well. But right now we are going through the toys. This is where I keep most of the toys that aren't big in this container for toy rotation. There looks like a lot, but really they're just a lot of like medium-sized toys. This is the small toys that are in this little bag, and I'm just going through getting rid of like broken pieces, things like that. I will say it definitely is harder to do this while your kids are at home, but I really don't have any choice. And he's still pretty young, but he's understanding of his toys and where they're going. But I do this a lot, so he kind of knows, the drill. And I'm not getting rid of like really good stuff either. And if I do get rid of something, it's because he probably doesn't play with it, and I'm not throwing it away. I'm giving it to Goodwill or something like that. But I just wanted to go through, and I really wanted to condense these toys down, kind of organize them a little bit better in here, because when Christmas comes, I do another rotation of toys, and I try to take a lot more downstairs just because I know he's going to get a few for Christmas. So I don't want it to be overwhelming for them upstairs. And now that my youngest is starting to play with toys a little bit, we're gonna have a mixture, and I know there's gonna be more, with 2 kids, but this helps so much to condense them down. It makes it less overwhelming for them and for you as well. You'll have to let me know in the comments, when do you start decorating for Christmas? I just decorated for fall like last week. And I generally don't decorate for Halloween. I think we have 2 like jack-o'-lantern looking things, but I decorate generally for fall. But we usually do not decorate for Christmas until the day after Thanksgiving. So let me know in the comments, how early or how late do you decorate for Christmas? My son was definitely interested in helping me, and he did want to take some toys upstairs, which I said that was fine. We brought some back downstairs to kind of make up for it, but he was very interested, and that's quite all right. So I'm just putting them back in. They fit so much better because I was able to get rid of a few, and I'm super, super happy. Now, bulky toys like this desk on the right, stuff that he was gifted, I don't want to get rid of them, obviously, but they do take up a lot of space, so I try to keep only one like really bulky toy upstairs at a time. So right now we have a big bucket of blocks and like a vehicle. It's like a container of vehicles upstairs. So this is the biggest thing he has, and he was given this as a gift, and oh my gosh, he loves to play with it. We don't play with it all the time because it does take up so much space. But I'm like, how the heck am I going to store this? This is where I was going to put the mattress, but I decided to put this up here, and I think I'm going to take it down and switch it. But I was like, how the heck am I going to fit this up here? That's something that people I don't think of like when they're buying things for kids, is like how much space people have in their house. But it's fine. I'm very appreciative for it, and he loves it. So, we made it work. But this was just a before of this area, and then here is the after. It still looks cluttered, right? It's going to, but it looks so much better, and it feels so much better to me. So that in reality is all that matters. So this is the next day. I wanted to finish tidying up in here. So I'm going to put away this exercise ball that I no longer need. And we are going to get cleaning down here.
Out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go.
So this area by the door here is a catch-all for everything we take out of the car, we bring in from, going somewhere. It finds its way in this little hallway. So I'm going to clean this up here. That bag there in the box is trash, and I will be moving some of that stuff out of the way there on the left. But I had to pick all this stuff up. As you'll see, it's just a catch-all. So I'm going to put some stuff in the laundry, put some stuff on the stairs to take upstairs, and we need to sweep down here. It's a basement, so a lot of it's just like dog hair and spider webs. So we are going to clean that up because, you know, my husband's down here a lot during the week because we do have we do have this exercise area down here for him. So he's down here quite a bit. So I want to clean it up for him and make it look a little bit better. Generally, I would use a shop vac down here just because I'm so like paranoid about ruining my vacuum upstairs, but it was fine. It worked just fine. It wasn't that bad. So I'm just getting the cobwebs and the dust and dog hair off the floor, and you're gonna see here in a minute how bad it was. It like sticks up against this wall because of a sump pump that we have. So yes, the dog hair sticks to this little area around the basement. I also want to spray everything down or just wipe it down with some isopropyl alcohol and water. So that's what I'm doing here.
something in the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoe.
Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we are tackling this giant mess that is my house. We are cleaning my living room, my kitchen, my dining room, and my bathroom. So this is a whole house clean with me. I hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy or clean along with me because there is so much to get done in today's video. Tell by my voice, but we are going through a sickness in this house. I think it started with my husband, and then I got it, and now my oldest has it. We are all having sinus infection symptoms, and so this last week has been absolutely insane. My husband had to go on a little work trip, so I was solo parenting for a couple days, and then we all got this sickness. So needless to say, the house needed some major attention, but sometimes when you have sicknesses like this run through the family, it's just hard to get to. So we are trying our best. This is taking me a few days, so we are just doing our best to get done what we can. I'm just focusing on the main living areas of our house in this week's video because, like I said, we've all been sick, but I still wanted to have a tidy, clean house for when my husband came home from his work trip. So that's why we're focusing on the main areas of the house. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you are staying away from whatever this cold is going around is. I don't know where we got it from, but man, it has taken us out for at least the last week. So I hope you are all doing well and staying healthy. I did also want to mention that I am using my new camera in this video, and I'm so excited. I feel like it was so much easier to record on than my phone. I was running out of space on my phone all the time, so I'm so excited. Please let me know in the comments though if you notice a difference, if there is any different like I know that I need to do more angle, like I need to figure out my angles for sure, but if you have any constructive criticism, please let me know. I'm always open to that. But let me know if you notice a difference in the quality. It was really fun kind of getting used to the camera. Now, I do need to mess around with the settings a little bit, so it will take a few videos to get that down pat, but I was really happy to get this camera started and using it and just bring a better quality video experience for you guys. So super excited about that. But yeah, we have a lot of toys to pick up today. There was just a lot of fun being had, but I needed to tidy this up. My husband was coming home on this day, so I was like, you know what? Let me make sure that the house is a little bit tidy for when he gets home. My youngest was napping, so I knew it would last a little bit longer, but you know how that is with kids. As soon as you clean it up, I feel like you turn around and it's a mess again, but that's okay. They were having a really good time.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't take no more. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you with someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. Can we stop the clock and rewind? Go back to that moment in time when you say you want me for life. Was it all a lie? I gave my all to deserve ya, begging on my knees just to show ya you're the one I want and I love ya. No, 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 no lie. I miss your touch from your hands and your body. It hurts so much to think of you with someone else. Can't get enough when you're sweet talking to me. Now I'm talking sweet all by myself. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me, put your love on me. What you need from me, need your love on me, put your love on me. I'ma do everything for you. I don't want anyone but you. Put your arms around me, put your faith in me.
I know I've said this before, but making sure that the toys have a place to go is so important. And this big container of monster trucks is just an example. I just want to have a place where these little things have a spot, so it's easy when it looks overwhelming and it's a big mess on the floor. I know, okay, it all goes in just one area. So that's my biggest tip for you. If you have kids with little toys, having a container that puts them all together is definitely the way to go. So I showed that I found monster trucks in the couch because I find them in the strangest places, trust me. But I am excited because we are doing a yard sale in a couple weeks and I have so many things set aside for this yard sale. I just cannot wait to get these things out of my house, regardless of where they're going. Like, I don't care if they're being sold or if I'm donating them. I am just thrilled. So I know it's been a few months since I made the video about cleaning out my basement and having a yard sale. So I am so ready. I had to wait until the weather was like half decent to have one. So hopefully within the next couple weeks, this stuff will be out of my house and I won't have to worry about it anymore.
I'm looking for a brand new start. I know I got some trouble getting over you. I think that I have played my part. I need to get away somewhere far from you.
So now we are moving into the bathroom. I am not doing a super, super deep clean in here, but it did need a good tidy up. Just, it's been crazy the last couple weeks here, and I swear it'll be crazy until like September with the weekends. There's something going on every single weekend. So I am trying to reset on the weekends, but it's just impossible. So this was like a Monday when I'm recording this, and you can just see that it just got a little cluttered. Nothing crazy, but I am going to deep clean the toilet because that just is necessary when I'm cleaning the bathroom. So I'm just using like the Sam's Club brand, Clorox, like Sam's Club brand disinfecting wipes on the toilet, and then I will show you here in a minute. I do have the like Clorox wand that I use, and it has been my favorite. It works super well, but I am using like the generic Walmart like little replacements, and they seem to work really, really well. I bought them because they didn't have the Clorox brand ones at the Walmart that I was at. So, but they seem to work really, really, really well. And I would buy them again. They were a lot cheaper. So, hey, I'll use it. I'll take it. But that one is super easy because you saw I was just able to like clean it and put it back. So then a dirty, nasty brush is not sitting behind your toilet. So I've had it for about 6 years now, and I really, really enjoy it. I say enjoy it, but you know, I like it as a toilet brush, I guess. But anyways, moving on. This hallway is also a catch-all. As you can see, my banister is a catch-all. It's just where we come upstairs and we put things down and then forget about it. But there were some things that needed to go downstairs, some toys and some clothes that I had put in these like storage bags that needed to be stored away. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that down here, and it already looks so much better. Moving on to vacuuming, because I need to do this every single day, I swear, especially in the dining room because it is connected to our living room and messes just happen. As you can see, there's a high chair right there. So kids are learning how to eat and things fall on the floor, and that's fine, but they need to be cleaned up often because you know, with little ones, they tend to pick things up off the floor and try to eat it. So I just want to make sure that they're in a safe environment, and my sanity is, you know, still intact somewhat. So I am just going ahead and doing a quick vacuum in the dining room and in the living room. I did actually off camera later in the week deep clean my carpet. I have been meaning to do it for forever. You'll have to let me know in the comments, how often do you guys like deep clean your carpets, like your living room? It's a rug. I shouldn't say carpet. It's a rug. But I feel like I don't do it as often as I should. We have 2 kids and a dog. So as you can imagine, it does get pretty messy. Now this rug is like a thicker rug, but the rug in the living room is a washable rug, so it's very thin. I thought about getting a mat underneath it to maybe help with it not being like sucked up into the vacuum, but it is extremely hard to use a like carpet scrubber on it because it just tends to kind of get sucked up into it because the suction is really good. So yeah, I have a Hoover carpet cleaner and I absolutely love it, but it is pretty strong, so it tends to like get, especially on the edges, like the carpet gets stuck up in it. So I am also tempted, and I've seen people do it, to take it outside and like spray it down with like a pressure washer or a hose. Let me know if you've done that. I'm kind of afraid that it might ruin the carpet a little bit. So yeah, it's this rug here on in the living room, and the little road rug that my dog is sitting on, it is a washable rug that I am actually able to put in the washer because it is smaller, and it actually cleans extremely well. It's just like an Amazon find, but yeah, you have to let me know. It did help because like it smells like dog, but it did help when I did use the carpet cleaner, but I swear there's still a lingering smell. And I've tried the baking soda trick on this rug, but maybe I didn't let it sit too long. Maybe it's just the rug. I don't know. I've only had it for about 3 years, and I feel like in this living room we like destroy rugs so quick. They only last a couple years, so I tend not to buy like very expensive ones, but even $100, like that's still crazy to have to spend every couple years. So let me know, do you have a favorite rug or favorite washable rug? How do you clean it? Let me know. I need some tips. Obviously, it is not going to be clean every single day. Just this is somewhere where it just never really stays clean for us, and that's okay because I'm constantly cooking in here. At least 2 or 3 times a day, we are cooking in here, and so it gets messy quick, and it's a small kitchen, so that's just what's going to happen. But I am going to go through here very, very soon. I'll show you my shirt very, very soon, and going to declutter again and reorganize because it is just not working at its full potential. There's just a few things that I know that I can switch around and reorganize and then get rid of to help make it a lot easier to keep this area clean. But like I said, it's a small kitchen. We're in here all the time, so it is okay that it is a little messy as long as we're keeping up with it as much as we can. And then, like I said, it had been a crazy weekend. We were all sick, so there is a few more dishes in the sink than I would like, but we do get to it eventually. Now, I did leave some of the things that need to be washed in the sink at the end of this video, but it's because I had a little one wake up in the middle of all of this, but I did go to it later that day. I just didn't get to film it. But yeah, we get it all put away eventually. It all gets wiped down eventually, but give yourself a little bit of grace. It's okay. This is all temporary. You will be able to eventually keep up with this stuff, and maybe you won't, but that's okay. It's not really what matters, but it's just making a good environment for you and your family mentally. So if it is bothering you mentally, definitely take a look at what could help improve it. And like I said, I think getting rid of some more things and reorganizing could definitely help improve my ability to put it away quicker or more efficiently. So I will definitely be recording that very, very soon. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of an after before. It was messy again, but I was able to tidy this up. It felt so good to have the upstairs reset. I'm so thankful that you guys clicked on today's video, and I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.
Aren't you tired of the drama? You use your words like they are knives. I don't need that type of drama and trying to be tough all the daytime.
So, hello. I was supposed to have, well, not supposed to have, I wanted to have a spring cleaning video out this week. However, we got an influx of some new clothes for the boys. They're also moving up to the next size at the same time. So I am trying to go through their clothes and pick out what is still going to fit them or what they need in the next size. Also, like decluttering some. And the room has just become a mess. And I could not take it for another day. So I started to do the spring cleaning video this week and had to kind of switch gears to do their room first because that is priority in my mind. Their room needs to be tidy because that to me is a quick overview of what we're looking at here. Some laundry that needs done. This is stuff, some of it's toys, some of it needs to go downstairs. It's like winter clothes and stuff. So like the closet doesn't look crazy, but it's stuff that like you can't really see. So let's start on that. Hello, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Like I said in the beginning, this room was a disaster. It was definitely needed my attention. So you're going to see quickly that this video goes from I'm just going to organize the closet a little bit, I'm just going to reorganize this dresser, to completely changing the look of the closet. I decided to switch this dresser out for the 6 or 9 cube organizer that was in my husband and I's room because something needed to give. It just was not working. This is like a changing table dresser that we had for our 2 little ones that we used when, obviously we were changing diapers on newborns and stuff. So the dresser is as old as I am. So it was handmade by my grandfather, and I was like, it just did not feel safe. Like, I know we could have gotten like things that would have kept the doors shut, but it was so much easier for me to switch that. So now the dresser is going to be in my husband and I's closet, and the 9 cube organizer is going in here, which was so much easier to keep up against the wall. And also the little bins, like if they pull them out, it's not a huge deal. It's actually so much easier for my 3-year-old to pick out what he wants to wear. And I am actually switching, I thought I would never say this, to a no fold or almost no fold system for my kids' clothes, and I will explain that in a little bit. But so much easier, and it's still practical, I promise. But this is what the dresser looks like in my husband and I's closet. Now, the drawers do not open up all the way. They open up about 6 inches, and they hit like the side of the closet. Now, that might be a little annoying. It is slightly, but it's actually a lot safer because these drawers, like if you open them too far, they'll literally just like feel like they're falling out. Like I said, it is as old as me, so no shame for it, but it is a lot safer. The drawers only come out, like you can see, they come out that far, but there's not a whole lot in here that we get to all the time. Like this is mainly like my husband's workout clothes, his like shorts, and then a couple like sweatshirts and long sleeve shirts. Like it's really not stuff that we're getting into every single day, so I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But what I'm doing is I'm just taking whatever was in those cubes and sticking them in the dresser. It all fit with plenty of room to spare. So I think for right now, we'll keep it like this. If we end up not liking it for whatever reason, I can switch this out with something else that I have around the house. But I wanted to shop my house first before ever going out and buying something new to organize because let's face it, in today's economy, that is just not reasonable. So you will see the camera shaking in some of these clips because of my youngest, who finds it very funny to move the tripod around. So I do apologize for the little bit of shakiness, but sometimes you just can't help it. So anyways, yes, I'm putting everything into this dresser that needs to go in here, and it has been working. It's been about a week and it's working just fine the way it is. So for now, we're going to keep it this way and it's going to work. But like I said in the beginning, sorry, this is not a spring cleaning video, but this had to happen. Just one of those things, real life, it switches. We're going through a lot of stuff. Family things are happening. We are in the market for a new to us car. And boy, has that been taking over my life. I don't know why it has to be such a struggle. Please let me know in the comments if you've bought a car recently, new or used. We are looking for obviously a used car, specifically a minivan, because there's two children. We have a dog that we like to take camping, out places, and our current car is just not going to cut it long term, and we know that. And I would also like to lower our monthly payment. And boy, has that been a struggle. I did not realize how ruthless the minivan market is at the time, like at this moment. I mean, I know it's almost summer, so like people want to get into that kind of vehicle for like trips and things. But wow, insane. We will come back to that in a minute, but I am putting in now my children's clothes into these little bins, and these are my toddler's, my oldest, his t-shirts, and I fold them in a certain way. I will continue to fold the t-shirts in this certain way. I can show in a future video how I do that. I think I've shown in past videos on how I fold them, and if I can remember, I will link them down below. But this way he can look at the clothes. He knows exactly what t-shirt it is because they're folded a certain way, and he doesn't, like, he can look through them and they won't unfold and make a huge mess. So I am deciding to fold those. These pants were already folded, so I just put them in there like that. But I do not plan on folding every single pair as I put them in these little cubes because it's unnecessary. He goes through and just goes through them all when he's looking for them anyways. And then they're in this cube, so they are contained. They're easy to put away and they're easy for him to put away. So that is my thought. I've heard it before. I was like, I'm never going to be that mom that doesn't fold her kids' clothes. They are 3 and not even 1, and their clothes are not that wrinkled. And you saw I just threw like all the pajamas together because he likes to go and pick out his own clothes, and they're going to get all messed up anyways. So to save myself some time and sanity, I'm not going to fold them, but he knows exactly what drawers they're in, and they're so much easier for him to find. Now, for my youngest, he just got these 2 blue drawers. I have jammies and socks and stuff in one, and pants in the other, and I've been hanging up like all of his onesies and t-shirts because he doesn't have a crazy amount. And boy, does this system work so much better. You will see I'm putting the bins back in here. The ones on the bottom are my oldest, so he can easily get to them. My youngest is not picking out his own clothes yet. It's just not. We're not there yet. But they are color coded. I know whose is whose. And eventually maybe I will put some labels on here. But for right now, the color coding system is working. So yeah, I'm also going to be taking out this organizer. It worked so well for us when the kids were little, but now that we don't need all the stuff that's in them, it's just taking up some space in the closet. So I will use this elsewhere in my house when I do some organizing elsewhere. But back to the minivan saga. It is crazy. So we just want something reliable and something that will last. So if you have a minivan, please let me know in the comments what you have and if you like it or not. So I've been doing so much research. We have been looking for a minivan since last October. It is March, okay? It has been insane. The market is crazy. We have a budget in mind, and to get a minivan in that price range, it either has to be like a Chrysler Pacifica with high miles in my opinion, or just like pre 2019, which is like, I'm not against that at all, but I don't want a vehicle with 100,000 miles on it. Like like was originally like, I would like a vehicle under 30,000 miles. In my price range, I found one Honda Odyssey locally to me. I'm going to say within 25 miles. It's has 100,000 miles on it. It was still $24,000. I don't know why that's like insane to me, because my car has under 20,000, well, under 30,000 miles. My current car that I want to trade in, it's a 2022, under 30,000. Like, I'll be lucky if I get 15 grand for that car. Like, what the heck is the car market? It's crazy. And also this pile of stuff is crazy. But yeah, so let me know in the comments. Reliable minivan. We've been looking at Hondas. I can't even afford a Toyota used right now unless it has at least 130,000 miles on it, which at that point, like, I just can't fathom, because we want to just run the wheels off of this next car. Like, we want to keep it for as long as I can because it's a family car and we're gonna need it. So let me know. It has been a saga that has taken up 2 of my days last week, because going to a dealership is like a whole ordeal. We went to test drive a Kia Carnival and it's not bad. I just heard that they might not be the most reliable long term. But we test drove it and I was like, I literally just want to test drive one. Like, I have no intentions of purchasing a vehicle right now. And they were like, okay, that's fine. And they ended up like leaving us at one point, and I'm like, where did they go? We just got back from the test drive, and I wanted the Carfax on the vehicle, and they were like, yeah, we're gonna go get that, and it was like 20 minutes, and like it's 7 o'clock at night. My kids are tired. They're cranky. Like, what are we doing? And she came back and she was like, yeah, I want to give you a great deal. I'm like, I told you I wasn't interested in purchasing. I just want to test drive and see what the Kia Carnival is all about. Like, I just can't purchase this evening. And it was just like a steal, an hour and a half ordeal. So, yes, my life has been totally consumed with car buying. And I feel like that's not necessary, but I want to get a good deal. I do. I felt like the car that we have currently we bought it in 2022 new, because my husband was like sideswiped and our other car was totaled. And long story short, we, of course, got insurance covered some things. And so we had to get a new car. And so I felt like we were very rushed in the car buying process, because we only had like a rental for 5 days, I think. And so I felt very rushed. And we needed another car because I was pregnant at the time with my first. And like, we need a car because we're going to have a baby. And like, it was a very rushed process, and I felt like I couldn't do a lot of research, and I feel like I should have bought a minivan back in the day, but the past is the past, can't change it. But I just feel like we did not get the best deal that we could. And so this time I'm like, okay, I want a lower monthly payment that I already have. And like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so like, I'm not making any money currently. So it's like, we're in that kind of a situation now. So it's a lot that I have to take into consideration. And that's why I've been like, not really rushing into it, but also it's still very annoying. So yes, that has been my life for the past like 3 weeks. It's been going to different dealerships and taking test drives. And so, yeah, let me know. Have you been in that situation recently? If you have been, how was the outcome? Did you save money? Did they rip you off? Because I feel like I am not going to be taken advantage of this time. I'm going in there with a lot of research. I know how much my car is worth. I know how much I want. Can I get a van in that price range? We shall see. I don't know. Time will tell. I will let you know the outcome of that. Hopefully, maybe this weekend we're going to look at something. I have no clue. Life is lifing right now. But anyways, moving back into the closet. I have organized this closet so many times already, but I'm so happy that this has been working really well. Right now, what I'm doing is I had like these little bins of like just random stuff. So I wanted to put like things together and stick them back in the closet, declutter things. The bags that you just saw, most of that stuff was going downstairs to put into storage for possibly other children, in the future. But I also had some things that I was donating that I knew that my kids were just not going to wear or outgrown already. So that's what I'm doing there. And now, since I've moved that closet insert, I'm just moving around the clothes, like the long sleepers. These are for both boys. Hopefully we won't need these fleece sleepers much longer. Like, let's hope spring is actually coming. But yeah, so I'm just moving stuff around. I'm putting like my littlest one's clothes first because his are a little bit smaller and harder to grab. So yeah, I'm just switching around the clothes. But this was a much needed thing. I feel like I can breathe now in here. Like, it has to work efficiently, or else I feel like I just can't find anything in here. And every time I'm looking for clothes, I'm usually like rushed, or like they're getting a bath and I'm like, oh, I need to hurry up. So as you can see, my littlest one was not very happy. So I was hurrying up and tried to finish this before his nap. And as you can tell, this took multiple days to try to finish it. But I was doing little things at a time and it seemed to work. But yeah, we're trucking along. We're figuring things out as we go. I ended up switching this garbage can for their dirty clothes basket. So it works better that way. But yeah, I just, it's been crazy. It's been crazy. And I feel like I've been talking your ear off. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Recommended minivan.
Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that to change your mind? For love or pity, let me know now. Cause your love made me go blind. What am I hearing? Saying you're moving back. When were you gonna tell me that? What am I hearing? It feels like a heart attack. Someone help me catch my breath again. How did you stop loving me? How is that even possible? Possible. How could we let love go? How could we move on? Move on. Why you wanna let me go now? Are you saying that to change your mind? For love or pity, let me know now. Cause your love made me go blind. Why are you playing?
So how are you guys doing? I know that the weather where we are from, we're from Pennsylvania, has been absolutely insane. So this past Monday, it was 28 degrees where we live, and we got like 3.5 inches of snow. A few days before that, it was 70 degrees. And then the week before, we had an 80-degree day. I'm just, I know it's that fake spring time of year, we call it around here. I don't know if you have that. But like, what is with the fake spring, man? I just am so tired of it. I just want to be able to open up the windows like consistently. But yeah, the weather has been absolutely insane. We have just had so many, like 2 or 3 like really nice days where it's sunny and it's warm, and then it's literally snowing, and it's just been super windy and rainy. Like, I know it's kind of like that rainy season, but I don't know what it is about this year. The weather is just all over the place. And so trying to get in some of my spring cleaning has been really difficult because a lot of my cleaning involves like opening the windows, doing the window tracks, washing the outside of the house, cleaning out the car, like things like that, where it's like the kind of weather, like depending on the weather. So it's been a little difficult. Now I was able to clean out my fridge, obviously, like that kind of stuff you can do. But I also want to be in the mood for spring cleaning, and my mood is like switches with the weather. I swear, like if we have a nice, really sunny day, I'm like, yes, spring cleaning, let's do all the things. And then there's some days where it's like really gloomy and rainy and like 30 degrees. And I'm like, you know what? No, I am going to, get some laundry done, and that's probably about it for the day. So tell me, how has the weather been where you're at? Right now, I'm looking out the window and it's pouring again. And this morning it was like beautiful and 60 degrees, and it's like in the 50s now and just pouring. So yay for us. Anyways, but this room is almost finished. We are going to vacuum, and then the hilarity of me trying to put this rug in here is, it's pretty funny. I was trying with, they got a new rug, and it's one of those like road rugs. I've always wanted to have one, and I'm so excited they got one. So I wanted to put it up in here, make it look really cute, but putting the rug up while having two little ones run around the room was a little difficult, not gonna lie. And you will see that in a minute. I did have to cut a lot of the footage out. And then I went to vacuum it and realized that I didn't have it like tucked under the bed enough, and it's a pretty thin because it's like a washable rug, so the vacuum like sucked it up. So I just took that out of the video altogether. So it was pretty funny, but I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna take that out. But just giving the room a good vacuum, I love to do that at the end of any kind of organizing, decluttering kind of thing. It just makes the room feel so much better. I will have this vacuum linked down below. It has been my favorite Sharp vacuum I've had so far. It is a beast. It does really, really well. You just got to take care of it, but it, you know, by cleaning out the filters, but it does so, so well. And here's this little rug. It's from Amazon. I can link it if you really want it, but it is adorable. It's very soft, but it is thin because it is washable. But I wanted a washable rug for in the boys' room. But yeah, it was definitely, I finally got it down, but I'm like, man, that took probably way longer than I really wanted it to take, but it is super cute. But yeah, and here is me putting away my first load of laundry after switching over the boys' stuff, and it was so much easier. You're going to see I'm not folding things, I'm just putting them where they need to go, and that took me no time to do, and it worked super well. So if you've been on the fence about the no fold method, as long as you have a good method of like they have their own spot like this, like they're not just in a huge basket all together, but they all have their own little, like pants have one section, shirts have one section, I think it'll work just fine for you. And let me tell you, putting clothes away is a breeze now, and my kids, at least my oldest, can help, and he can help get himself dressed, and that has been such a big help for me. And it's not that much of a daunting task, because folding a bunch of little clothes can be a lot, and especially when you're super busy. So highly recommend that. I know that can be kind of like taboo to like not fold clothes and put them away, but I 100% think it is worth it. So just hanging up some things. I do hang up sweatshirts and short sleeve shirts, but here is a look at the room. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.
Why you wanna let me go, nah, nah, now? Are you saying that to change your mind? For love or pity, let me know, nah, nah, now. Cause your love made me go blind. What am I hearing?
Do you find yourself looking around your house thinking, where do I even start? Or how did it even get this bad? Because that is where I'm at this point. We had just had a birthday party, and I had done a whole bunch of cleaning right before the party, but as we all know, when there is a whole bunch of people together, a bunch of snacks and food, and new toys in the household, things can get pretty crazy, and that is where we are at in today's video. I am starting off in our living room area because it was impacted the most. Now, I will say, prior to starting the recording here, I did reset the table. There was a bunch of decorations on the table, but I forgot to grab the camera. So we are starting from a semi-clean dining room, but it still was pretty messy. It still had a bunch of stuff everywhere. But we are cleaning my messy house post birthday party today. We had so much fun, and we just the whole weekend just kind of spent doing whatever our little one wanted and just had a lot of fun. But now that we're into the work week, we really have to start cleaning up again. And so I'm starting with some new toys. He had gotten a bunch of Play-Doh, which he absolutely loves, but I wanted to make sure that I had a space on our toy shelf for these, and I just went ahead and rearranged some things. And you'll also see that I did take some toys out of the rotation for the next couple months just to help save some space. This is also the effect of having Play-Doh. Some pieces do not make it back into the buckets. It's all right. We are still learning. We're still young, but he absolutely loves it. So picking up a few pieces of dried Play-Doh every once in a while is kind of the side effect of having Play-Doh. But we're just cleaning up the little odds and ends that I was finding all over the place because that's just life around here. But if you're new here, my name is Abby. I'm a stay-at-home mom to two little ones, 3 and under, and we do a lot of cleaning, homemaking, organizing, decluttering, that sort of thing. So if you really enjoy that type of content, I hope you do stick around and subscribe, and give this video a like if you enjoy it. But we're moving over to our catch-all couch. It is definitely a catch-all, but especially after the birthday, we just had some leftover toys on the floor or on the couch here. So basically what I'm doing is I am putting them into piles. So I have a pile that goes back into their bedroom, a pile that goes, say, in our bedroom. So that's my biggest tip, is if you have a catch-all space like this, try to put them into designated piles and then take it all at once. It just makes it so much easier to manage it. So now I'm just going to do some tidying in the living room, and then I have a basket of laundry to fold because there is never not a basket of laundry to fold or put away around here. It's just never ending, and we are only a family of 4, so I can't imagine what it's like for a family of bigger size. It's crazy the amount of laundry that I always have to do. So I'm going forward. I think I want to try to implement that one load a day. I've tried in the past, but I've never succeeded. So I think I'm going to somehow put that into my morning routine, is like throw a load of laundry in. I'm going to mean well with that attempt. So we'll see if I'm able to pull that off. But I think that would definitely help. My thing is I can do the laundry. It's the folding and putting away that definitely is a challenge because, if I'm sitting here and folding, it takes me a while. Like, this is obviously sped up. So this probably took me like, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes to do, this load of laundry. And I just, yeah, it's a long process. And when you have 2 little ones running around and needing your attention, it can definitely take up some time. But I want to try that moving forward. We are just going to tidy up the living room here. Just your typical toys, but they all have a place to go, so that makes it easy. I know exactly where I need to put it. So tidying takes no time at all, and it's very simple. My 3-year-old can do it. I try to make it as easy as possible because of that reason. But I do want to vacuum. I typically vacuum our living room and dining room area every single day. I tidy up once a day. Doesn't matter what time of day that is. I know it's going to become cluttered or messy later in the day because this is the only place we have our toys. So It's going to be a mess, but I like to at least once a day tidy it up enough so that I can vacuum in here, and that's what I'm doing. We have a crawling baby, and he will find everything and anything on the floor to put in his mouth. So, for his safety and my sanity, we must vacuum every single day. Little crumbs, dog hair, anything that he can find will go in his mouth. So, that's why I like to do that at least once a day.
I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one little thing.
I always have little helpers with me constantly, and that makes it interesting, but also it's super good to have them around to help them. It's good for them to learn, I think. It's good for them to be involved, but does not make it easiest, I promise. That's for sure. But I'm just cleaning and I'm sweeping up the dining room here, and I tell you what, the little crumbs from the Play-Doh is definitely one of the reasons why I have to keep vacuuming. What is nice about the Play-Doh is that it does dry up on the floor, so it is easy to vacuum, but I wouldn't recommend vacuuming up large chunks. These are very, very small little chunks of Play-Doh, so I was able to vacuum them up no problem, but I would not recommend vacuuming up like Play-Doh that has not dried out and that is like bigger than a pea sized. I wouldn't do that for your vacuum's sake. But the vacuum I use is the Shark, I believe it's the Shark Navigator Pet, I believe. I will link it down below. I've had a Shark for the last, I think, almost 10 years. And I love Sharks. They're easy to maintain as far as like all you have to do is clean out the filter once a month. But this vacuum has been a game changer as far as how big the canister is, as well as how powerful it is. It is a beast, I will say. I don't have a lot of like carpeting in the house. We just have area rugs, but it surprises me every time I vacuum how much dirt and dust I'm picking up. So I will definitely leave it linked down below. I got it on a really good deal. I think it was right before Christmas last year at Target. They had it on super sale. So I'll link it down below if you're interested. I highly recommend it. But we are now putting away the laundry that we were folding. This is a new day. This took me quite a few days, as it usually does, but today I was focusing on laundry. So each day I gave myself like 2 top tasks that I was going to try to complete, and today was laundry. I was like, we gotta put away some of this laundry. So that is what I'm going to do today. You're going to see me put away this laundry, and then we have a whole nother basket to fold. So I will be folding more laundry and putting it away. I had missed, like, because of the party, like 4 days of folding and putting away laundry, and that really, really caught up to us quick. I mean, the amount of laundry that we had sitting around hidden in our office because, the party was not great. So just trying to catch up on that. just picking up some dirty laundry off the floor and putting it in the hamper, but I wanted to share some stuff that I found at TJ Maxx. I never do that, and I was so excited. So yeah, a couple shirts that I got for myself for TJ Maxx, but I had another basket of laundry that I was bringing in here to do, and I was not happy about that. Just takes forever, man. It takes forever. This is sped up quite a bit because I didn't think you'd want to sit through how long it took me. I do have some really exciting videos coming out, hopefully next week and the week after, about spring cleaning. I made a checklist for busy moms and spring cleaning, something super simple that you can do 15-20 minutes a day to make your house feel like it has been spring cleaned. And I am super excited to share that. So if you know, want to stick around and see those videos coming out, I hope you subscribe if you haven't already and hit that bell notification so you are notified when they come out. Not only do I have a really fun video for you guys, I'm also going to have a checklist along with it that I made. So stick around for that because I am super excited to share that with you guys. But I am just going through and doing my least favorite part of the laundry, which is trying to match socks.
I've never been to this part of town. Everyone is dressed up here, but looks so down. Lost in
Now we are moving on to my boys' room, and my little one had gotten into the dirty laundry and tipped it over. We had some diapers that I had to put away. We had some clutter on top of the little shelf there, and we had my little baby. We had some new clothes that the boys had gotten from their grandparents, so I had to take tags off of those. So we're just gonna go through and tidy up this room. I just want to reset it before bed because it's just something about coming into a room at night and it being nice and tidy before bed. It always helps me sleep, so I know it's going to help them sleep. So this may look like a lot of new clothes. I go through and declutter clothes quite often, but we have wonderful family members who love to buy the kids new stuff, and this is a couple sizes bigger for my older son, so we will use these, just not right now. So I just wanted to get them washed and get the tags off of them. I did keep a couple of tags on some things because I just wasn't sure if he would fit into them during that particular season. That's something I definitely would recommend doing especially if you are having a baby shower and you get a bunch of clothes, is to keep the tags on them just in case you may be able to return or exchange them. But I also have a few friends who have kids the same age as ours, so I usually, if I'm not able to do that, I will give the clothes to them because it's expensive. I mean, it's crazy how expensive little kids' clothes are. Now, most of these are like the Granimals brand from Walmart, so they tend to be pretty inexpensive, but it can be pretty costly very quick. So we are very thankful that we do get some new clothes every once in a while from family members who just love to shop for little kids' clothes. But yeah, so I'm just making sure I get all the tags off and then pick up all of that off the floor because, like I said, I have a little crawler who just has to be very involved, which is totally fine, but it also can be a little scary at times. He is a big help for sure. I try not to keep a lot of toys in this room now. We only moved this little table in here because of the party, but I really keep it very minimal. I have a small basket, which you'll see me fill here in a second, with just little baby like teethers and toys for when I'm doing things like this, putting away laundry in here so that my little one's occupied. And then they have a little shopping cart in here because that's just where we are keeping it right now. And then we have books and like activities. So on the shelf, I just have, the activities, puzzles, some games. And I will show you in a second. They're like little Tykes projector. It's like Dream Machine, I think is what it's called. We just got that one for Christmas, and we got some more of the books that go with it for my son's birthday, and it is the cutest thing. I would have loved to have this as a kid. Like, it is just really, really cute. I'll have to see if I can link it below. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's really adorable. And I just keep all the little books in like a little basket on their shelf so that they can access it anytime they want. And my 3-year-old is able to work, like he's able to figure out how it works very, very quick. So I really like that about it. But yeah, some toys made it into here for sure that did not belong in here. So I'm just picking up the toys that are on the floor so that I can give this room a good vacuum. But these are like the little baby toys that I keep in here just to keep my son occupied while I'm putting away laundry usually. Or if we're just like in here reading books or something, he always has something little to grab. But the monster trucks do not belong in here. And there was a couple odds and ends that I had to take out to the living room. But I just wanted to tidy up the shelf here a little bit and make sure that I had all like the stuffed animals and the blankets put away. I have this here that I will link down below. I got this on Amazon. I know they sell them probably at Walmart, Target, but this is just a bean bag that does not have filling, and you put stuffed animals or whatever you want in here, and it creates the bean bag. I love it for their stuffies because my kids do like the stuffed animals. You'll see here I'm like taking out the Easter kind of stuffed animals here, but they love their stuffies, so I rotate them every so often, and I store them in here, and it's very useful. I also store like a couple extra little blankets in here, and it makes a cute little like reading nook back here. So highly, highly recommend this little bean bag that you can fill with stuffed animals or blankets or extra pillows or whatever you want. But it has made life so much easier, and it looks a lot less cluttered in here with that for sure. And I think I'm going to show you in a second the little books. Yeah, so this is where I put all their little projector books in there, and then I put the projector on the shelf just so it's easy for them to grab and see what is out without being too overwhelming. But we still have some more toys in here to tidy up before we give it a good vacuum. But since we were getting towards the end of this video, I want to say thank you so, so much for clicking on today's video and watching this. I am on my road to being monetized on here. I'm so happy that I've reached a goal of 1,000 subscribers. That is a huge goal for me to reach. I think by the end of this year, I would love to become monetized and be able to help my family by doing something that I really, really enjoy and love. But you watching this video, sharing it with a friend, liking, subscribing if you haven't, helps me in way more ways than you will ever know. But I really do appreciate you watching this with me. Like I said, I do have some exciting videos coming out in the next couple weeks for spring cleaning. I want to do a laundry room makeover this year, and I'm also doing a huge declutter and organize in my garage that I've already started to plan, and I'm super, super excited about it. So if you enjoy that kind of thing, I hope you do stick around. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week, weekend, whatever it is for you. And I thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I'll see you next time, and God bless.
at you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up. You know that I'ma keep it cool. With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute. You know I'm dreaming about us two, playing around without a clue. On the edge, leaning out. With us it's all or nothing.
So I have like 45 minutes before my husband gets home from the gym. So we are going to set a timer and see how long it's going to take me to just do a quick tidy up throughout the house. I'm just doing a reset. It is about 7 o'clock at night on a Wednesday, and so we are going to do a quick reset before my husband gets home and before we put the kids to bed. So let's see how much I can get done. I'm just going to be doing like my kids' room, the living room, the kitchen, and the dining room. So let's see how much we can get done. Hello, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Like I said, we are doing a super quick house reset, and I mean quick. So if you want to take this time to get something done in your home, it's less than 10 minutes, so give yourself this video to go ahead and get something done, fold some laundry, wipe off that counter, put away dishes, whatever you need to do. Go ahead and clean along with me. But yeah, we are doing a super quick reset this week. It has been a crazy week, and I think the last few weeks have been just absolutely crazy. Quick update, if you listened to my last video, I was talking about getting a minivan. We ended up actually getting one this week, and it's pretty exciting. We're just happy that the whole process is over. We ended up getting a Kia Carnival, and so far we are very happy with it. We've heard some really good reviews on them. Sorry if you hear baby noises in the background, but yeah, so we ended up getting a Kia Carnival. We're pretty excited. We're just happy to have a bigger vehicle for our growing family. So yes, that is really good to have that over with. But I am doing a reset because I usually like to try to do this towards the end of the day before my husband gets home from work. But on this day, he was at the gym in the evening, so I wanted to get this done before he came home, because once he gets home, like, we're putting kids to bed, doing baths, all that kind of fun stuff. So doing a quick reset. So basically what that means for me is just tidying up rooms. I'm not doing a super deep clean or anything. I'm just tidying up and vacuuming rooms, and that is really all I got done today. I really wanted to get the kitchen done, but that was just not in the cards. Kids got tired and it was just time to quit for the night. But I ended up being able to do the kids' room here and the dining room and living room. I don't think I filmed the dining room, but got the living room done and the bathroom as well. And it's crazy how, you're working on a project. So spoiler alert, I am doing the the basement again. So I was working on that project, and the rest of the house just kind of, even just from us being here all day, it just kind of gets messy. So that is why a reset at the end of the day is necessary.
Right now I'm standing in a corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing, oh, everybody's singing, oh. I don't know what it is about you. It must be in the way you move. Just say you want me to. We got nothing to lose. You're looking so old. You're looking so old. Now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you.
So I was just watching some of this footage back, and it is always hilarious trying to clean with both my kids awake and, around me and being active, but trying to figure out where to put the tripod so that my son doesn't knock it over. So I had to put it in the tub, but he was still able to get to it. But it's always a good time.
We can leave this place. I'll take you anywhere you want. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, let me love. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, let me love. Baby, let me love you. When I look in your eyes, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It's almost like you make me fly. And when I look at you smile, I don't know how, but it feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. It feels like I'm drunk on you. Oh! Let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, let me love, let me love you. Let me love you.
Wish I could say I was finally over you, but that's not the truth. Everyone always keep falling in love again. What's wrong with them? I don't understand. Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done. I'ma drink at this pace. Yeah. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain with nobody to hold on to? Why am I the only one who's feeling this pain when there should be two of us? And yeah, I know we both wanted different things, but letting go just comes easy and you don't. Why am I the only one who's left in the rain? If I had an option to be someone else, I would, and let go of you. I know that I'm obvious, yet I'm made this way. But why didn't I stay when I had the chance? Maybe it will pass by, someone save me. Before I pass out, I'm too lonely to be done in my drink at this pace. Yeah.
I know this one was a short video, but thank you so much if you've made it all the way to the end. I hope you got something done in your home today, or this motivated you to get something done. So I ended up getting about 25 minutes worth of work done. My husband's gonna be home soon and we have some sleepy boys. So that is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you in the next one.
How did we end up here in the corner looking like enemies? We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb, wanna get so numb.
Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be doing a slow or real-time cleaning with you. Normally my videos are sped up 2 or 3 times, but today I'm doing quick cuts and real-time cleaning. Some of the longer clips are sped up just a tiny bit, but not as fast as my normal videos. So put me on your TV, your tablet, or your phone and come clean along with me and see what we can get done in the next 10 minutes. Today we are doing a deep clean of my bathroom as part of my spring cleaning series. So for the next, I would say 3 or 4 weeks, I'm going to be spring cleaning a different area of my house every single week. They may not all be the slow clean videos, but I wanted to test this out and see if this is something that you guys would like. You'll have to let me know in the comments if this is something that you would like to see on a regular basis, or just good for one time and then we'll move on to my normal content. I'm starting off in the shower because it had been a few weeks since I had deep cleaned the shower and it definitely needed a good clean. I showed you in the beginning of this video that there's 3 different cleaning products that I'm using primarily. So this one is the Clorox tub and tile, and then I'm using just disinfectant wipes from Sam's Club, and then I think it was, I couldn't think, it was the Zep wall cleaner, the foaming wall cleaner. So I have those 3 that I'm going to be using today primarily. I do end up using my homemade multi-purpose spray at the end to clean off the mirror, but I am using the disinfectant wipes to give everything a good wipe down. I feel like when you're in the bathroom, everything needs a good disinfecting. Normally, I do not wipe everything down in my house with a disinfectant, but since it is the bathroom, I felt like this was necessary. So to get a good deep clean, that is what I'm using. I'm also using the disinfecting wipes to clean off the toilet. I have used in the past the microfiber cloths. I don't know, for maybe a once a week use, if you know the toilet is not super dirty, then maybe you can use the microfiber cloths. But for a good deep clean, I want to use the disinfecting wipe, something that I can just throw away when I'm done.
I saw the city passing by my window. Was in the crowd, but I felt so alone. Looked at my phone like every other second. My future was blurry.
So I did let that foaming bleach spray sit a little bit just so it can do its job. I want to leave that sit just because it's going to cut down on the grease or the grime and all that kind of nasty stuff, soap scum that could be in your shower. So I wanted to go ahead and let that sit. So I'm just going to be wiping it down with a microfiber cloth. Now, we had our shower installed, I think about 2 years ago now, and the company that installed the shower uses a special kind of caulk, and we are not allowed to use anything abrasive on the walls either. So basically the only thing I can use in here is like a sponge, a soft sponge, or a microfiber cloth. So that is why I'm not using any kind of scrubber, anything super scratchy in the shower. So I wanted to film way more of me cleaning inside of the shower, but unfortunately this is a super small bathroom, so I kind of only had that one particular angle. I will try to figure out a better angle for next time, but now I'm just cleaning off the wall with the Zep foaming wall cleaner. I really like this. It is super simple. It's something that you can just spray on the wall and wipe off, and it does cut down on the grime really well. I'll go ahead and link some of this stuff down below if you are interested, but it's inexpensive, but you really don't have to use a whole lot on every time that you clean. Like, I was able to just spray it one time and it kind of took care of everything. It was taking a lot of dust off the wall, so I just wanted to make sure that I'm cleaning the walls good, dusting them down, and getting them nice and clean for spring. I just wanted to get this bathroom really nice and clean. It just really needed it, and it was definitely time.
You're making me wholehearted. I will always remember it. How you turned everything around.
You'll have to let me know in the comments, like I said, if you enjoy this kind of video. I'm not going to make these kind all the time, but just something different to change it up a little bit. But I did want to bring something up. Maybe I shouldn't even bring it up, but I'm going to anyways, just because I feel like I have to. I've been doing this for a few years now, and I have a lot of videos out. My channel has grown, decently since I've started, so I know that it's inevitable, but I actually received a few hate comments this week, and that's not something that I'm used to yet, and I completely understand that I am putting myself out there on the internet, and that is totally probably part of the process. But it was really interesting that it happened this week. 2 different people had commented on 2 different videos of mine, and left some pretty awful comments. And like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and that's totally fine. Nobody's perfect. I am not perfect in any way. But I don't know. I just feel bad for them to, that they are commenting on somebody who's just trying their best. I'm just a mom of two toddlers trying my best. So yeah, it was just really, like I said, I am new to this, so I'm not used to any kind of like super, super negative feedback. And feedback is great on my videos. Please, with any kind of suggestions you have, let me know. But they were just really rude comments. So it's one of those things where, I get it. I guess, I don't know. I would never do that, but just wanted to bring it up because it's something I noticed. But it's fine. I know I'm putting myself out there. I understand that it's probably part of the process, but still, I wouldn't have said those things to somebody who's just trying their best online. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Finishing up in this room, we are just going to spray down the mirror because, children and my husband when he brushes his teeth. I don't know how it gets so bad, but it does. But I just wanted to give it a good wipe down. And then now we are moving on to just tidying up the floor, putting away some things that my little one got out before I started cleaning. And then I wanted to actually wipe down the floor with these disinfectant wipes just around like the toilet area because it just really is. So I wanted to get it nice and clean around the toilet with a disinfectant wipe, and then I will go in here later and mop when I do mop, but I did not get to film that on this day. But I just wanted to thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I know it wasn't super long and it's not my usual content, but I appreciate your viewing till the end, and that's great. If you made it this far, I hope you leave me a heart in the comments. And I really appreciate those who always are commenting on my videos, and they're very uplifting and they're very positive. And I just wanted to say that I really appreciate all of you who take their time out of their day and actually view my videos and leave good comments. And I just want to say thank you again, and I will see you in the next spring cleaning video.